Yeah. Hi, guys. It's us.
That's the quietest we've ever been.
Welcome
Who's
to
gonna
Dinner
be
and a
in-
Game.
Welcome to Dinner and a
After
Game,
Dark.
where
Who's gonna
the,
be unhinged first?
where the pre-show has taken us so far into the dark side that I have given up before the game has even started.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't want a happy DM. I'm sorry. I like what you
None
said.
of us are in the right spots.
I'm supposed to be
Are
giving
we all
you.
wrong?
Oh no, everyone's in the wrong spots again. I'm supposed to giving.
An
Oh wait. I know
heir.
why.
Oh my
I'm
god, I get to be
Sphinx!
Drake.
Yes!
I get to be Drake today.
I get to
I get to be
I get to
Can
be
you
Callie.
handle that? Can you
No.
handle that?
I forgot.
Make him a hero. Make him a hero.
You're so
I mean,
right,
he already
Sphinx. You're
is.
so
Let's do
fucking
it.
right.
Drake's just gonna go around using his spider climb boots to climb around and just rescue everyone.
Oh my
Yes.
god, I can finally use
Oh.
her pronouns without
Why
sounding
would I
insane.
Do that.
Sir, brother,
Why would he
lieutenant.
do that?
Sir, brother,
Sir, brother, lieutenant.
Sir, brother, lieutenant.
Brother, Lieutenant Drake, the hero.
Yeah, our hero, Sir,
Yes.
brother, Lieutenant Drake.
What do the psychic blade tastes like in my eyeball? Let's find out.
I'm afraid you can't do psychic damage to yourself, so you're
I don't think you
immune.
can
And if
taste
you-
with your eyes.
I don't think you can taste with your eyes.
I don't think you can taste
Wow,
with your
okay,
eyes.
do it
Taste the
right.
rainbow.
Try the soft palate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. We are here because we're supposed to be playing.
Are we
Shut up!
really, Ray?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I already made you disappear on screen. I can do it in real life. Shut up!
Whoa.
Think you disappeared in real
Damn.
life?
All right.
Why else
Aaron's
do you
about
think
to
he's
get
trying to
redacted.
kill
Ray-
Aeon so
Ray
much? We're
promised
only
he
giving him
can't
ammo.
Am I
I
crossing
waited
over into the screen with List? That's the hey baby. how's
I
it going?
fixed it. I fixed it.
Hey, we were sharing
Just sharing.
space.
There's-
It was
there's
great.
sharing.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely.
Oh my god! Please,
no, I'm
Lord
great.
Jesus, take these people
I mean,
away.
I know
Oh no! Don't bring him in. He
I know
owes me
he's
you
not
money.
gonna
No,
help.
actually, no. Bring him in. He owes me money
I have
and
some
several explanations.
I
None
This
of us
owes
are
me some
okay.
simple explanations.
Yo, Jesus,
Oh
you got
my
some shit to answer for. Not gonna
Not gonna
lie.
lie.
Nerd.
You got some splaining to do.
You got some so half of
why
us
did
are queer.
I
Dead.
mention Jesus?
No, I don't
Literally, why
know.
did you
All
mention
I'm going to say
Jesus?
this. There are some people
Interesting.
who taught me at a young age the best way to make someone top is a simple method. Snap, crackle, pop.
I always thought it was
We
ripping
go-
the fingernails off.
Eating Rice Krispies?
No,
you can try,
no.
they're fake.
Snap the bone. Crackle
I
them
always-
together.
I
Pop
always-
the joint. Move upwards.
I always thought it was, the entire ABBA discography being forced into their ears for 48 hours.
No, you do that at the same time. What do you
Oh,
mean?
I like ABBA though.
That's not
Yeah.
bad. Same. I mean,
No,
48 hours
you
of
find
anything is
something-
kind of killer.
you-
Yeah,
Find
48 hours. Is
something
anything, yeah.
They hate.
Yeah.
You find something they hate. Like
Yeah.
for instance,
A
no,
rip-
no,
like,
worse.
me,
No, you
yeah,
go
that's
for
what
the
you're
thing
talking
they
about.
love.
You find the
'Cause you wanna
chipmunk
ruin it
version
for them.
of Justin Bieber and just play that for
No.
48 hours
Ooh,
straight.
all right,
So,
fair.
Here's
no,
the
no,
big
see, the thing is, I'm going to be able to tune that out after a while.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
We all have
this-
ADHD. Everything plays in our head.
Just
All the
disassociated.
time.
Let,
Fine.
let's just lay this to bed, okay? Everyone who's ever run a game, everyone who's ever GM'd anything knows that there is no torture that will work on someone who is committed. So you find someone who is important to them.
Yeah.
Ooh, yep.
and that's who you torture.
Yeah.
I have been in that boat. I have had that happen to me. Ah.
And you remind the
happened
person
again.
and you remind the person that you're torturing that this could all end if their friend would just tell you what you need to know.
Exactly.
Oh no, man. Oh no, man. That girl, that poor girl. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it.
no.
She was
Okay, what-
resurrected, and
Hold on
it's
a
What
minute.
fine.
happens when you
Hold
don't
on a minute.
know shit?
Is that why
Or
we need
better
to
yet,
lube?
What happens if you're so strong-willed you just act like you don't give a fuck?
Nope,
That's
that
not
doesn't
strong.
work.
That's
That
not
doesn't work.
strong-willed, sir. That's
No.
sociopathy.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing like your best friend coming after you and trying to unalive you because they're mind controlled And you know what they do to stop themselves?
No
Turn the
way.
blade on themselves
Mm.
in front of you.
Liz, are you just
That's
eating
definitely
that by
bad.
itself, or is it a sandwich?
No, this is just a loaf of bread.
This is just
Okay,
like eating a loaf of bread.
Yes.
There's
Loaf of
nothing
bread,
different
block of
baguette.
cheese.
I would do the
We
same
have our
thing.
first
I would
clip.
do the
Cheese and a
same thing.
Oh, yeah.
spoon.
We have
What I
our
used to
first
do is
clip
just
of the
rip
evening.
the center
ladies
out
and
of them.
gentlemen.
Like you just
Yes.
grab the middle out.
That's
Oh,
the
it's
best.
And then you fill it with soup.
Oh.
Fill it with soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
now it's a
With
thermos.
cheese.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Hydrate.
Or better yet,
the
just fill it
baguette.
with mead.
Just trying to think.
Ooh.
of
Hollow it
like
out,
a
fill it
baguette
with
to
mead.
serve
I'm not
it.
filling the bread with mead
No.
Why not?
Hydrate.
because that is
Wait.
a waste of good bread.
That is a waste of good bread. You
Is
can
it
dunk the
though?
bread in mead. I would say a good beer though.
Like carbs and carbs though.
Beer
It's
is
like,
just
Beer
liquid
is
Yeah.
already
bread.
bread water.
Yeah, I
Good,
know.
Like a good like
Beer
chocolate
is just
stout.
liquid bread, so
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
what I'm
need to.
thinking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
A chocolate
thinking like
stout
a
would
good,
be
yep,
good.
or a coffee. Ooh, maybe
Oh,
not a
no,
coffee.
I gotta
Peanut
say-
butter. Peanut butter porter.
Ooh,
Yeah.
No, a coffee stout always. A
Ooh,
coffee
yeah, breaded
stout.
coffee is
Coffee
a
stouts
classic.
are
I'm good
amazing.
with it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
good
We
with
need
it.
to stop
Coffee,
talking
I'm out.
about food. I ate already. I don't need this.
We're not talking
tonight.
about food. We're talking about beer.
yeah.
No, but we're also talking about food, and that's the problem. I can neither get drunk and I'm eternally hungry. This is hell. Oh my god, I know what's waiting for me. I know what's waiting for me now. This is some bullshit.
Well, wait. Then we already know how to break Sam.
Yeah.
do know
Also,
how to
Sam,
make
why aren't you drinking with me? That's upsetting. And
Because I can't,
honestly,
A, I don't have the
hurt me.
finances for it at the time. B, I can't get drunk. There's no point in drinking.
And see, there's no
Fine
drinking
it.
on DAG, remember?
Maybe you're
Oh.
drinking the wrong shit.
That's why you're not supposed to tell me you're drinking.
Sorry, Ray.
Quart jar. Long Island got me tipsy for less than an hour and I was sober again. What do you mean wrong shit?
Ugh,
Try
real Long
absinthe,
Island.
my friend.
I
Try it.
Well,
have.
everybody here has seen me
Everclear.
It
drink,
was
so.
great.
Real Everclear.
Ooh.
Did you just say
And
real
Everclear
Everclear?
is literally
You have to go with-
designed for industrial applications, though. Like it's
Now
not
it sounds
meant to
like
be
you're just
consumed.
trying to kill
Yeah.
Drank it.
I
Well,
think
all I'm
it's drinking,
saying
but
is-
it's
Is there a problem?
not meant
with
to be
that?
drank.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game,
Hello.
Hi.
where we're here to actually
Whoa,
play
it's-
D&D, not just ramble on about whatever the fuck that was.
I told you about our Lord and Savior Lemoncello.
No.
I fucking love limoncello.
I'm kidding. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
everybody.
I'm shutting this thing
You can
down
put me
and
in,
we're
like-
all going home. That's
Yeah.
I
We're
am
already
I'm
home.
already home.
Turn the bus around. Turn the bus around.
I will say this, I am very terrified for Dag House next year.
Oh, it's gonna be a
Posture check.
nightmare.
Excited.
And
Oh, no, it's going to be horrifying. I'm going
and-
to be the responsible one.
Air is going to have to wear two like 20-pound balls on chains on their ankles to make sure they cannot climb up on anything.
Fuck
Yes.
you. Fuck
Oh,
you.
right.
You can't bar
Right.
the alcohol either. That was not fair.
No, she's gonna
No.
start working out so she can like high kick him
True.
around.
Oh my god.
I'd
Well,
be
then
like
the-
Goku
all that-
with the
all
weighted vest.
All that means
It's
is
gonna
we
be
just
like
have to
Mulan.
hire, we just have to get like baby carriers and then just hire two children and strap them to their legs. They're not going to children.
Dude.
I will have 2 children next year.
At Gen Con?
I don't think I'm gonna be allowed to bring them to Gen Con, but I will.
I was gonna
really
say.
confused because I thought you were just predicting 2 children you were
I
going
know.
Right.
Does Admiral know
damn,
about
that-
this
You
yet?
won't hurt the babies.
No, man, my niblets will be
The
about
nibblings.
9 months old.
Okay.
Aww.
Don't get us
Mhm.
banned from Twitch by talking about your niblets.
I was just thinking that.
What do you mean? They're 9 months old. It's fine.
4. I don't even know if they're boys or girls yet. It's fine.
Moving
They're
on.
just nibs. At this point,
Back
they're
on-
just
They're just
nibs.
siblings.
Back on subject. I hope.
What subject?
What
We have a
literally?
subject?
We have no subject.
And
I
you
didn't even
can't
know we were in
contain this.
Dungeons
We don't
and
have a
Dragons.
subject, but we do have a time schedule, though.
We do? Okay,
Yeah,
so
but there's not a requirement.
That's
let's say hello to the wonderful people who now have earned any trauma that I give them.
I
Period.
want people who have earned any trauma that I give them. Period.
See, I like
You
to
didn't
experience
do
trauma.
nothing.
I don't like to watch the cute boys going through trauma.
I feel really
So-
bad for those people that.
Hey,
So-
we've
Well,
come
damn.
from
Fuck me then.
No, we specified that only
Yeah,
applied
it
to
was
you missed the
thanks.
part where I said that you were a cute boy. That didn't
Yeah.
get me.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it was
exactly.
earlier.
Wait a minute. What about me?
I added Andre.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but Ray is the bringer of the trauma.
Yeah, you are
Oh,
providing
that is
the
true,
trauma,
that is
Ray.
true.
Hey,
He's the
do
trauma
not
dealer.
get me wrong. As a GM, I have on several occasions made myself cry.
That's the
Also,
best.
Mila will
Okay,
take
that's fair.
tabs, and I don't think it'll be a cryless experience.
No.
And Liz, at least you got one thing right. You're right. I'm not cute. I'm fucking adorable.
Hey, that's my line.
Sure, let's
Do it
go
when
with
you
that
say
one.
it.
So,
But yes, you are.
Cassie,
Yeah. Oh, I'm first.
how
Dang.
are you
What's up?
doing tonight?
I'm actually doing pretty good. I was having an iffy day, but you lovely people make it all better.
Yay! And the
You're
sweater.
You're such a
and the
good
sweater.
liar.
And the sweater. I
And the
love
sweater.
this sweater. It's soft too. Oh my god. It's great. Like best $30 I've spent on Amazon in a long time.
It's a great sweater.
Excellent. And who are you going to be playing this evening? If we ever get around to actually gaming.
Well, I mean, if we're playing, we might get to meet Calvatea Tessara, the wood elf that proves that you should not put wood elves underground because she learned how to do druid stuff with spores. Happy spooky season.
Happy spooky season. We have a slightly crazy wood elf who is absolutely the cutest bean and may or may not animate you if you die. It depends on if she has a
Can
Timmy.
always use more Timmies. Always use more Timmies.
Sam,
What up, y'all?
how are you doing tonight?
A lot better than I was last week. I don't have this throbbing, like swelling pain in my face, and I get that looked at on Monday. So the
Hell
only
yeah.
downside, I'm hoping I'm going to be operable next week after Monday because they're doing all 5 root canals in a single day.
Holy shit.
That's a lot.
So
They
if I
wiring
am
it
at game and
up.
lucid enough, I may be
Weird.
a little weird,
A little
but probably
weird?
not too much.
So he's gonna
Are-
be mostly normal.
I was gonna say
That's
he's
terrifying.
gonna be mostly normal, which basically gets him automatically kicked out of our Discord for the most part.
Ooh,
No, no.
I don't know.
No,
Those
no,
memes
that
he
would've been
posted gets him, like,
today.
you know.
A friend
the
just
meme.
described when I got my wisdom teeth removed. A friend kind of described it as it was really, really odd because I was very. Yeah, I was as he said, it's like your body or mind understood the drug was there, so it was trying to understand and comprehend it. So it was a tad slow, but at the same time, it was very calm.
So you
That
were
makes
actually
any sense.
relaxed
What
for
do you
once.
I'm
Oh my
weirded out.
god, yes, I was. I don't know if I like that thought.
Who are you playing tonight? Not liking thoughts.
Tonight, I am playing the group's rogue, Drake.
And a hero.
A hero.
Eh,
Sir,
prefer to go down
brother,
as a
Drake,
legend.
hero.
Yeah, also brother
brother
Lieutenant
lieutenant.
and lieutenant of the Admiralty.
I prefer to go down as a legend rather than a hero. Heroes tend to be forgotten the moment their ideals don't match up.
Legend of the
never
legendary
fade.
hero.
Legendary hero, Drake.
As your captain, you are a hero, and that's an order.
I
Naming
will
the ship
gladly
hero.
defy that order and shit on the uniform. Gladly.
Oh my god.
Don't
Naming
shit
the
on the
ship
thing
hero.
you're currently wearing.
And
I was
then
saying, don't
Drake
shit
is
on the
gonna be
uniform, you're
lieutenant of the
wearing it.
hero.
I didn't say I was going to do it now. No one's
Yeah,
going to
don't
know when.
put on
It's just going to
yourself
show
before
up
dinner.
randomly.
Yeah.
Milagros?
Hi.
Hi,
One
Mila.
of us from ourselves.
Hello.
And how are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm managing.
Managing?
Yeah. I got to wash my hair today, so that was
Yeah.
feels like an achievement.
Trust me, I
Um,
get it.
been
Milagros
there.
and I were sharing back pain war stories earlier.
Oh my god! Like,
It's so bad.
Yeah,
I'm so
I
sorry.
I just turned 23, and my body's like, we're out. I'm like, bestie, no.
I remember.
No.
Why?
I remember.
I
Why?
need you. to
Like,
live.
Remember that Pong.
I'm still here.
Who are you going to be playing tonight to escape the pain?
I am playing Utopia Okal, formerly but kind of still Aster because all the other ones are dead. That still hasn't been like reconciled.
Oh,
she
it's
might
coming.
have to like hyphenate. I know it's coming. Oh
Yeah, it's
god.
happening.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
literally
we're gonna-
happening tonight.
it's literally happening. We're gonna do the arranged marriage and like the fucking whatever fucking bullshit. It's gonna be great. Fun fact for anyone who hasn't heard me talk about it on stream before, but Utopia did not make it into school. Her dad was ready to bribe her way into school. She was not going to go to higher education or like any of the colleges. No, she wasn't going to cut it. She just wanted to learn how to swing her hammer better, and he was like,
Hot. Hot.
Crazy.
but
Sorry.
right,
Let's go.
Sorry.
right.
Let's go.
She was just
Let's
like,
go.
all right, this is my one thing, and he was like, but being literate, and she was like, I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, I couldn't read that.
Yeah, sorry.
You shouldn't have sent this in a note then.
Yeah, honestly,
Should have written it on the board.
this contract isn't binding. I can't read.
I can't read it.
Or can I sign my name?
You are gonna sign my name. I don't know.
Utopia is Jared. They're 19 and they never learned how to read.
No, Utopia's actually
I
19 years old.
never learned how to read.
I'm so
I
glad
mean, to be-
Utopia isn't white because they just sound like a prep kid.
No,
Really?
like, and the best
Bad
part
mom
is
by
like
school.
her
Like,
signature is like really like third grade cursive with like a little heart over
Love
the
it.
eye.
Aww.
I love
like-
it.
And it takes her a million fucking years.
have you seen me type?
With the tongue
Imagine
sticking
me
out too,
writing.
just like
Yeah, just like it's like hold on, and then like the other like okay, hold on, I can do it this time. Like
Another one of those contract thingies.
I feel like
they-
we talked
Another
off
one.
character
I just
signatures now.
I love these little snippets of more character background we get occasionally because it's like I didn't actually know that about Utopia.
she's not. She's dumb. She's not, like she's a himbo. She's
Yeah.
a himbo. That was always the point.
Herbo.
She's a big old herbo. Yeah, she like I mean she's brought up a few times that like she was going to be married off to somebody smart because they were going to be the one to handle all the like running of things because she's like there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to do that. And her dad, her funkle, her father uncle, was like, yeah, this kid's not gonna be able to handle this. Like,
Luckily, we all have Val now.
exactly.
We'd
We've
fall
got
apart
the
without
party
Val.
brain cell.
Oh no.
We've got Val and Camille, like 100%. She's just gonna be like, here, just take it. I can't do math.
Stop giving people platinum. What the hell are you doing?
What? It's not even that much. We have so many.
We have so
It's
many.
so
A
much.
quarter, like.
But it's pretty, it's shiny.
Yeah, it's so shiny.
We just
That's
like
so
we just
shiny
like drop it in a
things.
bag and leave it in our hotel room when we go out. So
Yeah.
Now
Val
we can-
just carries it around. In
Now we
his
can give
magic
it to
pouch.
Boo. At
The
least
who's
bag
Val?
shows
Who's that
up
guy
and
over
like-
there, all alone, standing in front of the alley?
Here, you walk into
See
your car
him,
alone
he's our
later?
dad. He has all the platinum. Like at least
He
1,000.
has the bag of holding.
I have
too.
the
He has,
back
like-
of holding.
He has
So
all the party loot on him.
So kidnapping Val, got
The
it.
dragons.
Air,
Yo,
how are you doing?
I am alive. Apparently.
Apparently,
Alleged.
they have chosen to let me live for yet another day, and I'm going to make it everyone's
Everybody's
problem.
problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I will. And you have noticed. I am really loud and obnoxious.
But in the
And
cutest
we
way
love
possible.
Aw,
I mean,
I'm
that's
so
why
glad
we're
because
here.
It won't stop. I
And-
can't make it stop.
I can't make it. And who are you going to be playing today?
Aom. Aom is also a resident crack addict. He is a satyr. Sometimes he thinks, most of the time, or they. Wow, he used to be all of them for everyone's context.
Yes.
He used to be all of the genders, which was very fun. But yeah, no, he's alive for now.
He-
He
He's
doesn't
running a
wanna
team.
be.
Everybody is alive for now.
for now,
Wanna be,
for
but
now.
you know.
Yeah, that's how I describe my D&D games. All right.
he's alive for now.
Alive for now. you know, might at some point dive into more demons than he can run through, but that's fine.
I mean,
Probably this session. Don't like quote me on that, but it
No
will
quoting.
happen. Write it down, Mila. That will happen.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write
now.
that down.
put that in the
Make it
notes.
canon. Make it canon.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
it
making
is.
a cannon right now.
Mila.
Also, for everybody, so everybody knows, Val is my best friend. He has admitted it. Only once to my face. Another time he wrote it down.
The time he wrote it down.
It's true.
Canonical that he is my best friend.
Dun, dun,
Also,
dun.
should it be they? Because Val refers to himself as we. I just really
True.
want to know.
Honestly,
Because as somebody who refers to themselves as we a lot,
yeah.
which I really should probably think about more than I do, and I'm not going to. but
Probably
I wanna
he,
know.
they.
Yeah.
Sweet,
Oh my God,
alright.
He-Day King.
All right.
He-Day King.
Cool.
Putting that in the notes.
Specifically, since like both of the soul, like one of his souls is female and his other soul is non-binary, might as well be they. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well be that.
Also, speaking
Be they.
of things that are pronouns, why is Mila she the? She her.
She the
I stole the
new
Y.
gender just dropped.
I do like it.
I think
She
it's
the
supposed
she
to be
her
they.
is quite the title.
She the she her.
She the.
She is the
Literally the
From the people
like,
who didn't bring you
alpha
She-Ra.
matriarch
She
of
I
the-
know. It's like-
My pronouns are thee.
Are the that's,
No, you're
that's
just
fair.
the like the mega ultra female. You are like the
You are
matriarch
the
of our
You're the
entire.
uber female.
The gender.
female in
the
which
Uber-
all females are light against.
the uber,
I've
the
reached
uber
the
snitch
gender.
female.
I'm sorry for being
It's
the
the
way that
Uber
I
fam.
am. And Ray, you can continue to the
love it.
next person.
I was going
Stop
to.
apologizing for your perfect self.
I
Liz.
don't like myself.
Hello.
Oh, shush.
Hi.
That's not the point.
Hi, Liz.
We like you.
How are you doing, Liz? I am
Yes.
almost shocked that all this chaos has happened and you have really not done much yet, and I'm scared now because I just
Yeah,
thought
where's
about
my
what that
partner in
means.
crime?
Oh, I'm
You
always right here for you.
Dirty word I can't say on Twitch.
Dirty word we can't say.
So many.
But I love you.
Love you. Yay.
Liz, how are you doing?
I'm good. I have my bread.
I was gonna say they're
Emotional
just
support
charging
bread.
up with the bread.
Emotional
just getting
support
ready.
bread.
I'm carbo loading for this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Excellent. And who are you carbo loading to play?
Our absolutely carb loaded mad lad.
I was going to say, speaking of carbos.
Absolute
I was,
unit.
once I was like, wait, this feels very appropriate. I'm going to be playing our definitely not a spy.
That's a fucking lie, everyone.
Exactly what a spy would say.
Exactly what a spy would say.
I
You've been
play
found
the
out.
absolutely. I love them so. I love her so much. I refer to them as the just because I'm a they, so I just can't get my own characters' genders right.
Yeah.
I am playing our wonderful, wonderful barbarian Lex. And yes, I'm just gonna carbo load.
person.
Yes,
Our
I am
newly
a.
cursed.
She's a
Our
kitty.
newly cursed.
Oh yes,
barbarian.
and I'm cursed. This is gonna be great.
I can't wait
We're all
to
good.
die.
We're all
Wait.
good.
And then
You're
have it
not
confirmed that she's a
cursed.
spy.
You're in possession
Oh my God.
of a cursed
No, I
item.
attuned to it. I'm cursed.
I know. And you will not let it go either.
Oof.
I'm gonna die to Lex, and it's gonna be hilarious because it's just gonna be they are a spy at the end.
Told you.
I knew it.
If you had just listened to me, it wouldn't have gone this far.
Also, it was a meme.
I die
Did
in
it for the
vain.
vine.
I don't know what memes are. They haven't been made yet.
And finally, Sphinx.
Hello.
It only took us like 30 minutes.
Can't say finally Sphinx, because Sphinxes never last. Sphinx is the best. Sorry. I'll stop now.
Sphinx, how are you doing?
Yes. Definitely doing better than I was. Happy to be here, and you guys are making my night for sure.
Gotcha. So, Sphinx,
Yeah.
who are you going to be playing tonight?
Tonight I shall be filling in the role of our illustrious bard and shadow sorcerer Valestein O'Call. And party dad. Yeah.
Right.
Party
Party dad.
Fantasy dad, ship captain.
Fantasy dad is something different, but also yes.
Well, yes. And actually adopted actual dad to
Utopia.
to Utopia, really intrigued to be going to this dinner to find out how this is all going to play out and to do their part. I'm with the 3-in-1, and some shit's gonna go down one way or the other.
So one way or the other, something's going down.
Something's happening.
Yep. So that all being said, we are actually here to play a D&D game, and that D&D game is called Kingdoms of Mist. It's also the name of the world that we have created in order to play this game in. This is a D&D 5e game, and it takes place in the Kingdoms of Mist, which is a homebrew world that I fashioned because I wanted to be able to play a Treasure Planet game without sci-fi. And so this is all high fantasy, stupid levels of magic, and gods walking around making sure that people don't die from crashing into trees. So
Shit, Lex should have been the captain
because
because of Treasure Planet.
of Treasure Planet. Yes, Kitty Captain.
Yes,
Right.
it's okay. We missed out on it.
But-
Too late.
So,
But can
need
you let a
doggy
spy?
waifu.
Can you
So,
be
yeah.
a spy and be the captain of the ship though?
Yes.
Well,
That-
she's
I
a
mean-
spy and a barbarian, so 2 and 2 together, clearly.
Also, if you're the captain of the ship and a spy, you can just fly them to incredulous places and blame it on them.
It's true.
Oh my god, you damn traitor. I thought you liked us.
Actually, plot twist. I'm just Aladdin taking you to a whole new world.
All new world.
Oh
I
God!
can't
Can I be
sing.
Jasmine?
Yes.
Yes.
Jasmine. All
I
right.
just feel like I'm a boo.
Suppose I am the
real.
genie.
Can totally we need to
Oh,
get you a
yes,
fez.
you are
Oh, he
100%
We have to get you a
100%.
fez.
Does this make Ray Iago?
Not as many
Yes.
musical numbers, please. I'm the genie.
No, Sphinx
No,
is the
Sphinx
genie.
is the genie. He already called dibs.
Oh.
It's not even dibs. Sphinx is the genie canonically in my brain. Can't change that. That's canon.
So,
See, Sphinx has to.
Sphinx has to. Otherwise, trauma.
I will try to
Otherwise,
stop.
chocolate.
I feel like Utopia very much has the energy of the Sultan, just dumb and
Yeah.
rich and doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
100%.
Just collecting stupid shit and throwing platinum at everybody. Like, is this helping?
Is this helping? Riot breaks out. Alright, so when we last left off, you guys had met up with Utopia's fiance from an arranged marriage. Now, the marriage was arranged before the world fell into chaos.
Right.
But apparently the arrangement is still in place. Utopia is the last surviving member of their family. But so that makes her basically in charge of the family's businesses and fortune and everything like that.
Mistake.
But Utopia's literally been on the run for several weeks now. And the family's estate in the capital city of Ayla on the planet of Elatris has pretty much been destroyed. You did kind of recuperate it, and you did try and make it a safe place, but then it was attacked again, and you ran. And you guys actually managed to get the hell out of there.
Mhm.
So now they are in a city called the Spindle, and this is a city that is on pretty much a mountaintop that looks almost like it's been sheared off, and so there are many different cliffs and faces that come out from the mountain, and they form like a spindle wheel, spokes in a wheel, And that is in the center of that is where the main city lies. But on each spoke of the spindle, there are airship docks and small businesses, and the mountain itself that the city is built on is actually a honeycomb of both natural and man-made caverns where people reside, businesses are utilized, and a lot of mining is the reason that those exist. So there are still existing mines in this mountain, but there's even more in the mountain chains surrounding the spindle. So this is a very rich country in the way of resources, because it's on the edge of the Great Forest, and it's in the mountain ranges that are probably some of the richest ore producing mountains in this area. Period. Does Utopia talk about Bruno? I don't know. But
It was our wedding day.
No.
This is the wedding
Not
day.
yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
We're trying to call that off.
So Utopia's family is has a partner family that they do business with a lot, and the arranged marriage is between the two families. Utopia was originally
of my daughter's wedding.
Utopia was originally betrothed to the eldest son, who has actually passed away due to all the chaos that's been happening and everything like that. So she was then betrothed to the eldest daughter, as the inheritance just goes to the next eldest child. And so therefore they were betrothed to each other in order to keep this as an eldest to eldest betrothal and making them both equal partners in what will be a united family going forward. The situation with Utopia got complicated when she got a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And now
Complicate everything.
And now
the world ended. I didn't know I was supposed to like.
I didn't know that the world ending didn't
think it
cancel
counted.
engagements.
Right? Like, come on, man. Give me a break.
I thought till death, man. He died.
So you guys are in the spindle. You've already been approached by Utopia's fiance, who warned you that basically, for the most part, her father is pretty much going to try and railroad Utopia into continuing with this, because apparently there is big stakes on this merger between the two families. And you guys were invited to a dinner date with him. You were told it was informal and just to come to the dinner. You found out through Utopia's fiance for right now, that it's actually a formal dinner and that you're being set up to be embarrassed. They managed to scramble you over to their personal tailors, who got you all outfitted in time for the dinner itself. You all went back to your ship, changed clothes. You headed out to the dinner. You got dropped off by a skiff on the landing pad, and you're heading into this huge stone carved opening in the side of the cliff face, that has, at the top of it, has the crest and seal of the family. Oh God, Milagros, do you remember what the family's name was?
Yeah, it's Everest.
Everest. That's right.
Yeah.
The Everest symbol, which is a mountain going against the sun, and there's huge doors, oaken doors in front of you that are opened. And there is a tunnel that goes down. There's like a T-junction at the end, and there is guards inside the tunnel on either end of the T-junction, and there is what looks to be a major domo, or standing there waiting as you guys come walking in. The last thing you knew before you were coming in, is that your mimic pet, Boo, had snuck aboard the skiff when it took off from the ship, and was following you into the building. So what are you gonna do?
This is fine.
I think only me and Lex saw it, just so
Yeah.
it's clear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
Lex
think so.
saw like a piece of rope slithering
Yeah.
and then, like,
Yeah.
putting itself into a pile.
Yeah, because it turned
And I
itself
just pointed at
into
Lex and I
a
was
coil of rope on the landing pad. So,
Yeah, Anne was like, hey, hey,
Yeah. Look at the thing.
and remember, no one can touch Boo unless they're wearing, gloves that will quickly be absorbed.
Dissolved.
Sweet tea
Or
special.
mage hand.
Sweet
Oh
tea
my God.
special from Sweet Tea. Hi, Sweetie.
Hi, sweet tea.
So,
Sweetie.
even though it may not be Boo's form of love, we only give him words of affirmation.
We only give him words. of
Physical touch
affirmation.
doesn't work too well.
Yeah,
well,
you-
we could probably get away with acts of service.
Oh yeah. Like I was
And
trying to feed him.
You can,
Yeah,
you can touch Boo if you're wearing. No, you can't. You
I don't
can't
think we
touch
can
Boo
touch
at all.
Boo.
No.
Yeah.
'Cause
Don't
he
me
even,
and
he
Lex
even,
are willing.
he'll
we
even
can.
stick to
Am
metal.
and Lex will.
Yeah, we will. But it's not smart.
No.
But also
then
we have
again-
like an 8 in intelligence, so
I
take
mean,
that for what you will.
Okay, most everyone has an 8 in intelligence. Those are
I
lucky.
am,
have like
I'm
9.5
canonically the
between
stupidest.
us.
It is
yeah, I
by
feel like we
statistics,
average about 9
I
and
am the
10.
dumbest.
I am the
Yeah,
dumbest.
Val has a 13.
I have a 12. Am I the second smartest?
You are the second smart.
Nice.
Wait, actually, what's
It's
Drake?
Drake's.
Yeah.
I think Drake's is actually kind of high. Let me see if I,
Yeah.
let me get this.
Somebody check a sheet.
Drake and Val have like the highest intelligence, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
David
I'm
Lee.
checking his sheet, but
Oh,
in the
because of the
meantime,
psionic stuff.
what are you, Aeon? What are you and Lex doing about Boo?
We're like
Like we do anything.
like pointing like,
We're like, oh, it's Boo. It's Boo.
but then we're like, oh,
That's
yep. That's what we did about. Boo.
what you
We're
did
just like,
about
That's what we
Boo.
did about Boo.
He will
Perfect.
spread his spores and populate.
We're gonna spread so
Oh,
many spores.
boy.
That's it. That's it. You and I can spread spores together.
This
Yeah.
this is how we win.
Actually,
This is how we
how
win.
looking at Drake's character sheet, I have a higher intelligence than he does.
Yep.
Oh,
Drake's at
That-
12. I'm at 13.
Oh, we're
the
tied.
smartest.
Oh my god.
So, by the way, Boo is technically a medium-sized creature. No, he's a baby. So he is a
I thought you were
small-sized
gonna
creature.
say smarter than me and Lex.
Probably.
No, but he's pretty close. He's not he's not animal intelligence.
Damn.
Yeah, Boo
What's
has
he
an
at? 'Cause
intelligence
I'm
of
at a 9.
5. He has intelligence
Oh,
of
okay.
5.
Alright.
He can actually
Right.
understand commands and follow them.
Is that a
I
joke
love
because
Boo.
Aeom and Lex are part animal?
No.
Yes.
No. It's because they're
No. It's
No,
actually
it's because we're idiots.
we're not racist here.
I'm sorry.
They're just
I
dumb.
was just like, this is a dumb
Just
joke. Put it in
dumb.
there.
put it in there.
This is
Uh,
great.
It's
Poor
as dumb
Boo,
as
no
us.
cuddles.
Sam, we've determined that you are second smartest, I believe.
You are
Yeah.
second smartest.
They were going through everyone's intelligence
Barely.
scores.
Barely.
So, are you just? Did you tell Boo? Did you give Boo any commands, or are you just like pointing and
Go
laughing
for
at Boo?
And populate.
Oh my god.
No, let's just
Boo.
like should Boo come with us?
Boo
Yes,
literally sits there for a second, and then he shakes, and then a single gold coin pops off of him and lands on the ground.
Can I try to pick up the coin?
Yes,
Okay, I'm gonna try to pick up the coin.
it feels like a coin.
Is it stuck to me at all?
No,
Perfect. I'm taking it with me.
If you're
Aeom now
going to
has
take
one
that thing with
I have
you,
one
gold.
score.
I have one
going to-
score.
if you're going to take that thing with you, keep it on a very tight leash.
I want Boo
We
to
do-
do a stealth check against Drake.
Boo actually pops a leash off the end of the rope.
If we bring that thing in there, we're welcoming trouble.
Val turns around. We're sorry. What did you just say?
What's
What?
happening?
Apparently, we've got a stowaway.
What
He is a
time?
valued
Mimic.
member of this crew. How dare you?
Oh, it's Boo.
Okay.
No, it's a
Wait.
coil of rope.
Oh,
Boo disguised themselves as a coil of rope.
Yep, the end of the coil of rope lifts up and waves.
oh.
Hi, Boo.
You know,
And I'll point to Boo and like only like half like stern look, but like there's like definitely like a smirk. Please try and stay out of trouble. Unless we need you to be trouble.
He's kidding.
I'm not kidding about the needing you to be trouble.
think he is.
yes.
We're not
Right.
here to cause trouble. We're here to get this over and done with so we can go about our business without getting hassled.
Never listen to Drake and not gonna start now. Just gonna walk by with my coil of rope on a leash.
Drake, I
Nope, rope.
Drake, I agree with what you're saying. However, I also like to be prepared for contingencies, and having a wild card in our pocket can't be a bad idea at this point.
What's your escape plan then?
We shouldn't leave Boo behind. That's mean. You have to
We
keep
find
friends
our way
together.
out if we have to.
I think I'm the escape plan.
And
Utopia.
I'll
Okay.
Question.
we'll
That's easy.
turn to
So,
to-
one quick amendment: Boo does not have to adhere to things.
Oh no, it's got a
It's a
choice
choice.
on whether or not he's sticky.
It's a choice.
Aw.
He's not always
Oh.
sticky.
Oh,
Cool.
So
He can
basically,
choose to be sticky.
Boo is you kind of like grab the leash, right? And Boo, the little snake head the snake end of the rope looks around, and then Boo goes coiling up your leg, over your shoulder, and he turns into a very nice matching handbag.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
see,
That could
that
work.
works.
Utopia, is this someplace you've been before?
Yes, many times.
So you know the layout.
I do.
And you actually know the Major Domo.
So, tell me
Why?
something.
Yes.
If we're likely to be set in probably a large dining room,
Mhm.
what kind of exits are we working with? Single door, balcony, windows?
Not many in that area.
The dining hall is completely enclosed,
Yeah.
and
There's one way in and out. It's not supposed to be very. People aren't supposed to be able to come and go without approval, without being seen.
That's going to be a problem.
Yes.
Not for you, Drake, with your ability to kind of pop in and out.
Me, maybe not. Others means a place can easily. Is this thing
What
on the
would-
first floor?
you don't know
what
how many.
constitutes because it's inside the mountain.
Utopia, you've been in this place extensively. Like I said, you used to play with each other when you were kids. And the big thing about this is their family home. The spindle is where they primarily reside. This structure was once a mine owned by the family. There's no real knowing how many rooms are in it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no real knowing how much of it's been finished out, how many,
Yep.
and for a fact, because you guys found some, there are secret passages in this place.
Yep.
This place is a warren and a maze. That's
It is.
why there's some rooms like the dining hall there's no passage in and out of the dining hall. It's
Mhm.
both meant as two things. It is meant as this is where they can bring people to put them and make them sure they're safe because there's only one way in or out. And this is also meant to be one of the few rooms that they can secure someone in and be able to make sure they cannot leave.
Yeah.
And the dining hall has two giant steel doors.
Yep.
Not iron-bound doors, or that. They're made of steel.
Yep. Because this is where metal is sourced, so
Yep.
it's not like they have a lack of it.
Oh,
So
hi,
between the
Drake.
two of us, Drake, one of us should be able to teleport our way on the other side of that door.
Hmm.
As
You
long
do
as
realize
there's-
it's actually a
as
good.
long as there's a shadow around.
You do realize we could very possibly be walking into a trap right now. With
Oh,
how
I'm
many
absolutely
cities
certain
we
we are.
visited and how many have been almost immediately attacked or assassins brought in. And we're going into an area that is isolated, cut off with a single entranceway meant to either secure people or keep people locked in one place.
Yes.
Oh, I'm absolutely certain that we are.
Oh, this is most definitely.
I'm going to turn to Rami. Sorry about that. I probably should have let you know that earlier.
Camille kind of looks around. He's like, I just assume wherever you guys go and take me along with you, that someone's going to try and kill us all.
Yeah.
That's a fair
Sorry
assumption.
about that.
I'm very
Just-
comfortable underground, actually.
Just, that's good to hear. Something, I don't know, something doesn't feel right.
Oh, none of this is right.
No, there's been
when does
there's been
anything ever feel right? Though?
Is it your collar? Is it too tight? Aeom's gonna try to like mess around with Drake's collar.
more like
Oh
a
my god.
buzzing in my head, like
Oh.
an insect on the inside.
Do you need a priest?
Did you get a bee?
No.
A young priest and an old priest.
I don't know what it is.
Psychic bee in your psychic bonnet.
Psychic bonnet. So you guys are
I've
are
never
you guys
met
having
you.
this conversation while you're walking up to the major
Yes.
domo?
It's like, let's just set up this link ahead of time just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Okay, who's gonna be in it?
Ooh, who gets brain voices?
Utopia needs it. Val needs it. Thinking.
I'm already mind linked with Rami, so you don't have to worry about that.
Camille needs it to help keep Utopia both in check and also calm. And just because of the way the communication seems to work, Callie as well, since we're both representing as officers, that way she also can also somewhat communicate with Rami, ask questions where needed.
It's okay. Me and Lex don't need a mind link to be able to communicate.
No, they share a brain cell already.
Literally.
Oh
They just
my
nudge
God.
each other.
Lacking a mind is quite the connection.
Just like
Lacking a mind.
And I mentally warn Rami, here comes another mind link on top of ours. It's gonna be a bit weird because it's coming through. It's you'll see.
By the way,
Sorry.
remind me real quick. Is Rami going in with you? She's your date, isn't she?
She's our date.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Like-
Rami's like, are we gonna get echoes?
no, you won't get echoes, and
Oh my god, it already happened.
unlike
I know it's very
Val,
invasive.
mine is a bit more subtle.
Subtle.
Sure, that's one way to put it.
I didn't even know he was there, so I guess it's more subtle.
I do the face thing because I like it. It puts people off guard. I don't have to do that.
It's like when you've worked in some of the fields I have, being able to just reach out and just speak to someone without their knowledge can be quite useful. It can be used to warn someone who's about to get poisoned or
Oh, we know.
It's definitely a skill that is very useful. And thank you very much for including me. It will be much easier to communicate this way without having to worry about being overheard.
just not sure exactly what this buzzing is, but if something
It's
happens,
not us.
don't react. If they realize we've got something like this up, it's going to cause confusion. They might get the wrong idea, and with how volatile the situation is, we really can't afford to be showing anything they can use against us.
So about this time you're coming up to the major domo, and he kind of like nods to Utopia and he says, "Lady Astor."
Yes, it's nice to see you again.
He says, "It is very good to see you, ma'am. It has been far too long since you've been able to visit.
It has.
We have already sat most everyone. We will bring you into the dining room. The guests for this evening are a fairly exclusive group, so we're not looking at a large dining party.
Okay.
There's of course going to be delicate matters discussed. So
Yes.
Lord Everest wanted to make sure that it was, for the most part, family.
It'll be nice. to
Will
see you.
your entourage be taking their meals with the servants?
They will be taking their meals with me.
I will
Well, we're
have
no
more
fancy.
plates set out.
Thank you.
He's like, please follow me.
Of course.
So he turns, and as you're facing the T-juncture, he turns to the right. The walls here are literally just hewn out of stone. There are high up, about 10 feet up, and these walls are about 15 feet tall. About 10 feet up, there are torch sconces. They look like they're very old, very ancient. But in place of a fire-burning torch in each sconce, there is a continual flame on the end, basically a stick lit up with the end as continual flame, and you know this right away because as you walk by the torches, there's no radiation of heat.
Thank you.
And they basically, those are set out about every 15 feet, and they're on either side of the hallway. The hallway is about 15 feet wide, and like I said, about 15 feet tall. So it's almost it's a perfect square going down. You can see that it goes down at about another 20 feet, and then there is the corridor ends in a wall that has a single door in it, and there is an archway to the left. And the majordomo takes you and turns left down the archway. This is a smaller corridor. And from here, there's carpeting on the floor. It is a very soft plush carpet done with a very Berber-style pattern in it. And so it's dark browns, hues, golds, greens, and there's lights in this hallway as well. Same thing with continual flames. But the tone of the lights, the continual flames are basically white light. These are are more of an orangish hue, and it makes the entire area seem warmer. The walls, instead of being bare rock, are done with wood paneling. It's a very dark mahogany colored paneling, and to the left in this hallway, there is a set of double steel doors. The doors themselves are 8 feet tall. Each door is about 3 feet wide. So when both doors are opened, it's a 6 foot wide entrance. The doors are currently opened. The first thing you notice is the doors only open outwards. The next thing you notice is the doors have hooks on the back of them so that something can be put across them to bar the doors. There is no visible handles on the doors. There's no visible lock on the doors. So basically, it looks like they're completely designed to be locked from the inside. The only thing that's significant about the doors themselves is at the top and the bottom of the doors on the outside of the doors, there are pins that look like they can be dropped down and into the ground and pushed up into the roof. And these pins are like 1 inch thick steel pythons that are on hinges. Inside the room, there is an incredibly long table. The room itself is 40 feet long, 20 feet wide. The only decorations in the room are an incredibly long table, and hung from the walls, there are tapestries that depict the spindle at different times throughout its history. And these tapestries line the walls. There's once again ever-burning torches in here. There is about 15 people seated at the table at the far end away from you. There is a very well appointed gentleman sitting at the head of the table. His hair is, he's got a full brown beard, short hair. His hair is peppered through with gray, but it's obviously a very rich brown in color. His appearance is very well kept. His beard has been manicured and done up to a very sharp point. He is wearing a very, very fine clothing, done up in the same colors as the family emblem. And he stands up as Utopia ends, and he kind of looks over, and you can see at his, like, one seat down from him on his left, you see V is sitting there, and he kind of looks at you, sees you all coming, and he looks down at V, and he just gives her a glance, and V just like, she looks away and looks down at the tabletop, but you can see even at this distance that she is grinning. And he says, "Lady Aster and entourage, forgive me, I did not realize that we were going to have so many guests. The servants are bringing out more place settings. Please give us a few moments and we'll get everything prepared. Lady Utopia, I prepared this for your seat at my right hand."
Thank you, my lord. It's nice to see you again.
And it's right beside V.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I'm not sitting just yet. Wait until all the seats are there.
Servants come walking into the room from the doors behind you, and they're carrying plates and silver and settings and stuff, and they quickly set up another 5 spots at the table. And even before you guys begin walking down to take chairs, they've already like poured glasses of water on at your place settings and everything like that. And you guys are basically given them a few moments to compose yourselves and get yourselves situated. Utopia, did you go down when he invited you and sit down?
She's going down like kind of slowly, clearly like admiring the tapestries and kind of having a moment because it's genuinely been a really long time and
you recognize you recognize Lord Everest, of course, and V. Across from V is V's younger brother, who is next in line for succession if anything happens to V. But he is only like 13 years old. But he is done up in a similar, very, very similar outfit to his father. He is typical 13-year-old, wiry, just looks like he can barely stand to be sitting in this chair. And, just fidgeting and obviously does not want to be here. To his left, there, coming down the table towards you, there is a woman who is seated, which you know is his mother. She is seated directly beside him. She's literally like, just stop fidgeting. She's just like clucking at him. And she sees you and she smiles at you and she nods. She's always been very considerate to you, but as with all nobles, they are hardly ever around. They're always attending functions. They were always attending to business. You really only ever saw them. The family did try to do evening meals together, and that's why you're so used to this room. They really rarely ever were there for the rest of the day. It's just the evening meals where they kind of sat down and talked to everybody. All the kids have their own stewards who take care of their daily affairs and everything like that. So it all depended on whether they wanted to hang out with each other or not, if they actually hung out. V's brother, his name is William. V's brother is much younger than you guys are, 4 or 5 years younger than you guys are. And because of that, he was always a pest and a pain. But he never really did much more than like run through a room and knock over whatever you're working on and then leave and just being a pest. He never really hung out with you or when he were with you. Just whenever he had the chance, he would tease his sister. He would try and make a mess of things. Just the ultimate bratting for attention stuff. So, typical younger sibling syndrome. So beside them is 3 people you don't recognize on that side of the table. Probably other nobles from the city. You didn't spend a ton of time in the spindle. So, and then across the table from them are 2 gentlemen in very stately looking armor that is very, very, very ornamental. But Utopia, to your eyes, it is absolutely functional. And there is, sitting beside them, a little bit farther down, there is another individual in robes. Val, you recognize them right away as being robes of the college. And this is a praetor of the college.
Val definitely has an eyebrow raise moment when he notices that.
Sweet tea special.
Again?
That's the wife doing that, not me.
I love it. I feel like, not me, guys. Not me. All right. Well, I did need to stretch, though. Thank you. There is, and then there's other people seated at the table as well. You recognize some of them as lower house functionaries, like his archivists and some other people there. These would be people that usually be present for notating business documentation, making any type of constraints on anything that would be being negotiated legal to make it legally binding. And there is, of course, the head of his house watch is there, and there is also his private wizard. Oh, she is there as well. And so, but that's what comprises the entire table. The rest of you are seated past them because they just took empty plates below them on the table. So whoever is sitting on the left, takes a seat on the left side of the table, will be sitting by one of the two people in heavy armor. The person who takes the right side of the table will be sitting next to the house wizardess. And then you guys can decide how you're seated going down from there.
I will sit on whatever side Utopia is on, as close to her as possible.
I'm gonna sit as
You're
far
gonna
from the
be
maiden.
about 8 to 10 people down from her because she's
That's
seated.
fair.
She's seated at the Lord's right hand, and you would be seated right beside the gentleman who is in armor.
Okay.
Okay. And what were you saying, Am?
I want to sit as far from the mage as possible, just in case they realize what Boo is.
All right. So you'll basically wait for everyone else to sit down and then take the farthest seat away.
Right.
All right. Callie.
I'll sit right next to the mage.
All right. You sit down next to the mage. Lex.
Lex would probably wind up sitting next to Callie.
Okay. And Drake. And remember, if you want to
Probably.
take anyone else's seats, you could both go for the same seat, and then you guys could negotiate out who's going to actually sit there.
Probably on the opposite side, just so that Callie has someone they can stare at across the ways.
Okay. And so that would leave.
I mean, she don't need nothing to stare at. She stares in the distance, man. Just
She middle distances.
Oh my
She's
God.
1,000-yard stare.
She's not even here.
Associate.
she's
That's-
been humming in everybody's head too, like
Oh god.
since they walked in.
That's nice. Okay.
Since they walked in on the squishy,
So
couch,
Drake-
like, oh,
heist
bouncy,
music.
and
What?
started humming.
You're sitting.
Oh yeah.
So
Really?
this.
Okay, since you included that detail, this entire time Utopia's been like reciting a series of like commands, like, you know, back straight, head up, like trying to remind herself of like how exactly she's supposed to present this stuff because it's been a hot minute, and like it's just over and over, like, you know, trying to move like you're floating, very like
for the mind
Anastasia,
link, for the mind link,
But-
you literally had to project your thoughts out, like talking. You have to intend to for someone else to hear it for it to be there. So you
Okay.
could be like thinking. You could be like literally. I would normally be whispering this to myself, so I'm whispering
Yeah.
it in my head.
Yep. It's fine.
What were we gonna say,
It's
Drake?
fine. I'm not nervous at all.
It's like, just keep your... cool. Okay, something weird is definitely going on. Just keep an eye out. Something's not right.
Okay.
Val kind of raises an eyebrow and tries to extend his own senses, given his quarry nature. Does he sense whatever's going on with Drake?
Drake.
Nothing seems off. That's the weird thing. Seems perfectly normal.
Drake is just insistent that something is bugging him.
And in the directly to Drake's mind, with all three voices, "You all right?"
Not sure. This isn't nerves.
All right. Well,
It's like
keep us.
something's
What?
tapping on a pane of glass, but I can't locate it.
All right. Well, keep your mind open. If anything goes down, let us know immediately.
Yeah. Right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So, Callie, as you sit down, the woman looks over at you. She is a elf. She is obviously a moon elf or high elf. She looks over at you, sit down, and she kind of smiles, and she says, "Cousin."
It's nice to meet you. How are you related?
We are elves. All elves are related.
Okay. Sure. I'm Callie. Nice to meet you.
Sindra, nice to meet you.
Sindra.
Yes.
Okay, I remember that.
And you are with Utopia's party?
Yes.
I wasn't expecting this many. It's very audacious.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's very unexpected and a little bit off-putting.
Oh, well, I mean, we cleaned up. I got most of the dirt
Oh,
out
no,
from
you
under
look-
my nail.
You look fabulous, dear. I just meant that I'm sure my lord will be more than resilient enough to be able to deal with the situation, but he was expecting Lady Utopia to show up alone.
Oh, we never go anywhere alone.
That is wise. So I can tell that you are a wood elf.
I mean, technically, yes, I guess so. My people are wood elves, but
You are not as... Your complexion does not seem as golden as some of our other cousins that I've met.
no, I've been underground for a really long time.
Were you a prisoner?
Not at all. We just moved down there for a while.
It's not... I mean, it's not incredibly odd to find some elves living below ground, but wood elves usually don't prefer that. That's very unusual. Where do you reside? I've never heard of an underground
Well,
wood elf colony.
Right now, I reside on a ship.
No. Where do your people come from? I'm sorry.
Oh. My people are they're in the caves. Is it west of here? Or maybe it's east of here.
It's currently south.
I don't know. We went one way and then we went another way and then we went somewhere else.
Oh, well,
think
it's a
we're
big
further
world,
south.
and if you've been journeying a lot, you might be a little bit... We can discuss it later. I always like to keep tabs on newfound groups of elves. As you know, we have our own homeworld now.
I did. There is a possibility that we will be moving soon to Evertree.
Oh, well, Evertree is also a wonderful colony of elves. But, of course, if you want to go to some place where we can be with our own kind and we can be assured that we are going to be well represented, you will always be able to come home. You are an elf.
Right.
If your
Okay.
people are looking for a place, it is not a far trip. Only about 3 weeks by ship.
That might be an option. I'll
I
have to
hope-
tell my papa.
I hope it is. We would always prefer that any elf knows that Iambar is always open to them.
No.
Hmm.
Right. I'll tell Papa.
Wonderful. And so she begins just like chatting you up about Iambar, giving you the whole lowdown of that it's a world that the elves have claimed for themselves, that they're currently working to move non-elves off planet with refugee statuses, and they're working with other governments to get these people housed elsewhere, and that it's been a peaceful occupation so far, and that they're they're like giving restitution to the people who are being asked to move, and that the elven people are being given a home world and a place to feel that they are secure in and not have to live in the peripheries of other societies. but she says
I
it
guess
much
that's a
nicer.
good idea.
So, Drake,
Big cat.
you're kind of sitting across. You're kind of sitting across from Callie, and you're sitting next to a gentleman who is in like I said, plate mail armor. It is very ornamental, but you can see that it is not designed to be just showpieces. This is completely functional armor. The joints have the reinforcement, and he's wearing the chainmail underneath to protect the more vulnerable areas. This is obviously a actual seasoned warrior. On the wall behind them is a shield that's leaned up against the wall, and beside that there is a longsword. Next behind the person beside them, there is a shield and what appears to be a battle axe, but it's got the peace knots are what they usually require for moving around a city when there's like curfew or weapons restrictions, and that's where you just have a piece of leather that is tied over your hilt and keeps it locked into the sheath. In the case of axes, because there's no sheath, they're required to have the axe head hooded with a leather bag. So this is obviously a battle axe, but it's been piece knotted. The sword is also piece knotted, and they are both sitting there with their hands in front of them. The gentleman to your left is definitely human, is probably in the mid 40s, and is very much looking around the room and obviously observing his surroundings very, very well, very, very strongly. To their left is a dwarven female, and they are talking to the person to their left, and they are basically, they seem more animated, much more relaxed and calm. The males seems to be the younger of the two in physical appearance, but neither one of them look incredibly aged. The dwarf's beard is nowhere near as long as an elder's would be, so you're pretty sure that these are just either nobles of some kind, or they are young knights. They have no emblems or house sittings on their shields or armor.
So that's where he's going to strike the conversation. It's like, no sigils.
He says,
At a prestigious event like this,
he says
mercenary or house guard?
neither, sir. And he kind of looks over at you, and he says, we are seeking the honor of earning our house seals.
Acting as guards, then? Security?
Acting as knights, seeking to uphold truth and liberty, to protect the weak, and to defend those who are defenseless.
An honorable goal, though one that typically doesn't exactly end.
There should be no end to this quest.
Should there not be? A point in time where there is no more need?
No, I understand what you're saying now. Yes, we would love to see peace win out. We would love for the world to be a place where we can all turn swords to plowshares. But until that time, there will always be need for those who can take up arms and defend the others. He looks at you and he says, just by your handling of your utensils, I can tell that you understand what blade work is.
I do.
It's like, then you know. Force of arms, although always should be a last resort, is often one of the strongest ways that a conflict can be resolved.
I believe conflict is not simply a matter of lethal force or even brute force. Some battles can be fought and won with words and the mind, should it be strong enough.
Because it's absolutely all battles should be won with the mind, but sometimes the mind is utilized to point the arm.
Unfortunately. Which is why it pays to... how would one put it? Remove the will to fight before the fight has begun.
That doesn't seem very honorable.
If a man in
Suppressing
the
the
street attempts to mug another,
Mm-hmm.
and they have everything that could happen afterwards thrown in front of them, the levity of their action, who they are threatening, the possibility of death, and the option to walk away and avoid all of that. All but the most desperate would. Or sane would. Those who are too far gone or too desperate may ignore such pleas and continue pushing. Hence why I say the battle of the mind is the first battle to win. If you do, fighting no longer becomes a necessity. You simply have to know what to say when.
It is an interesting philosophy. I can't say I agree with it, but it is definitely puts you in a situation to at least be prepared.
What exactly was your upbringing?
Ace says, forgive me. The conversation started rather abruptly, and I forgot my manners. I am Thane Metic of House Metic.
Well, Thane Metic. Lieutenant Drake Malifaux. A pleasure.
He's like, Navyman.
Recently.
Congratulations. It's not often that someone gets to attain the rank of lieutenant.
Believe me, I see it less of a reward and more of a punishment, but I couldn't exactly say no.
Well, I've known many a naval officer, and they've always proven to be men of excellent quality. I'm sure you will prove to be the same.
At Drake's words, Val sighs in the mind link. The heavy, long suffering sigh in the mind link.
God.
It's like...
So he's Val. You sat where again?
On the same side as Utopia, as close as I can, which you said was like 8 people down.
Yeah. So you're kind of you're on the other side of Drake, from the gentleman in all the armor. Mm-hmm. You're sitting across from Lex, and I'm assuming the Aeom. Are you going to sit beside Lex, or are you going to sit beside Val?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna sit beside Lex.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm assuming Rami is sitting next to me as well.
Yes. So so basically you two are across from Aeom and Lex. Oh boy, this is gonna go well.
I'm like shoving Lex, just being an ass.
Oh my god.
You keep on seeing this little weird pseudopod come up, and it searches your plate every now and then it goes back down.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
Boo's eating the bread.
Who's eating the bread? So you guys are sitting there. Utopia, V kind of looks at you and she says, "I'm glad you made it. You look wonderful." Oh, and Camille is sitting next to Lex, actually.
Oh my god, she's stuck with Aeom and Lex. Just being dumbasses at the end of the table.
Camille's like, how did I get stuck?
No, Camille's like, would you two stop it?
Both of you should the fuck up.
Stop what? We're communicating. This is how we communicate.
You don't have to slap each other to communicate.
This is how people communicate.
No.
This is
We don't have
Aeon,
to be-
is that a tentacle?
Oh my god.
No, it's a rope. Duh.
No, it's a handbag now. It's a handbag now.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a leather strap. Duh.
What kind
Why
of
is it
strap,
creeping
dude?
across your plate?
There's a lot of straps, man. A lot of straps.
A lot
in
of
this game.
straps. The strappy game.
Very strappy game.
Look, just this is important.
Drake said to show up strapped, so
Oh,
I
God.
took it literally.
She's. Oh my
Look,
god.
just this is important to Utopia,
This is such a nightmare.
and I'm absolutely certain that we're in some kind of danger. So can we just try and concentrate and not make a fool of ourselves? Okay, can we just try and concentrate? Just
Drake's or Val is just kind of looking over there, like, what are you guys doing?
because she does finger guns at you.
Disappointed
Just
dad
Lex
look.
does finger guns at you.
Jesus.
Just mid conversation with this other person, just like, I don't know what's going on over there, but if they are drawing attention, they need to knock it off.
Camille's like, I can't make them shut up.
Should I cause a distraction? I can make mushrooms grow out of this.
No, do not. It's like,
Don't do that.
we don't
Don't
need a
charade.
distraction
Like,
right
yes,
now.
Drake is upset.
We don't need a
Camille's
distraction right now. Ow. Fuck.
Well, let's just stay nice and calm and reasonable. How's that?
Callie is gonna make a little tiny puffball mushroom pop out of the side of the table between Lex and Ale.
I'm gonna point at Lex. Calm, reasonable.
Oh, God.
The definition.
Camille's like, please?
She did say please. It's very good manners.
Yeah, it is the magic word.
We'll do our best.
Yes.
And Lex just kind
Binding.
of starts playing with the puffball.
Playing with the puffball.
Like just going,
It's very soft and squishy, and it shoots out like soft
Spores.
little clouds of white spores.
Oh, God.
Hot.
are you drunk?
Hot.
Dude, puffball mushrooms are adorable.
Yeah, no, they are, they
Yes.
are.
Lex isn't even squeezing it. Lex is just like seeing if it'll like
Poking it.
spring back and forth.
Oh, it's definitely springy. It's definitely
Okay.
springy.
Lex just
I
keeps like
literally
hitting
harvest
it.
them at work. They're so good. I love puffballs.
So the kitty has been given a
Puffball
puffball.
is
Got it.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so Utopia, you're sitting there, and after V tells you you look wonderful, the Lord Everest looks at you and says, I understand that you are looking at dissolving the Union. And my daughter has expressed similar ideas. Is this true?
Yes. Yes, sir. It is.
If this is the truth, and this is what you wish, as Lady Aster, you have every right to withdraw from the engagement. The original contract was done in your father's name. We would have had to have brought up a new contract here and now, regardless. However, there is a matter of the alliances that this was going to seal. There are no bonding engagements at this point other than those on paper that would link our families for the prosperous future that your father and I had planned for. with everything that has happened, I would think that the Astor family would want to continue to attempt to support Elatris in her endeavors in order to help its people recover. And I think the best thing that we can do to make this happen is ensure that this union between these two families remains strong. Would that be something that you would agree with, Yasta? And this is not an attempt to talk you back into an engagement.
I understand. Yes, it's still my family's responsibility to take care of the people who depend on us, who will continue to depend on us, whoever is left. How we go about that is something that I'm still not quite sure about.
Let us assume that I have a means that would allow you and the Astor family to properly, not properly, that is a bad word, to show the extent of your commitment to this cause. It is something that we have been being forced to deal with recently here in the Spindle that we fear might turn into complications similar to those that struck Ayla. But we have found it in its infancy. But with everything that is happening in the city and all the refugees, the City Watch is overextended. And my own house forces, although capable, are not on the same standard as you heroes.
And at this point, Val will kind of lean forward. By a similar situation to what occurred in Ayla, we assume that you are referring to the Demon Infestation, yes?
It is more than demons. It is creatures from a multitude of other realms, apparently. And he kind of nods to the
I was using
praetor
demon
from
as
the college.
a general term.
Yeah. He nods to the praetor of the college, and the praetor says, "Yes, there is apparently multiple other worlds beyond the Miss Mother, and those worlds have somehow breached access into the bosom of the Miss Mother's own existence and are now sending forces to assail us. We have understood that Elatris is their focus, but there are other locations that are also being attacked, and we are certain that this is only going to get worse before it gets better."
Before I respond to that, first may we say that it is very encouraging to see that a member of the college survived. So let us first congratulate you on that matter.
He's like, "There is no congratulations to be given. It is only blind luck. I was in the Spindle already. She says, they say, I am a geomancer, and I was researching new techniques for delving into the structure of the stone and ensuring that the mining is more safely done, but that's beside the point."
Well, as an alumnus of the
not
college
in the
ourselves, as an alumnus of the college ourselves, we are glad to see that you survived.
And there are more survivors here. We can introduce you to them once there's more time, but the Lord is correct. There has been a breach within the Spindle.
Yes, we were made aware of that quite abruptly.
It says, we are incapable of accessing the last vestiges that are under their control. There are creatures there that are far beyond my capabilities. And he kind of nods to the two people in armor. And we have recruited some of our best, but most of our veterans have been dispatched to Ayla. So these are noble warriors and aspiring knights, but they are very unseasoned. We would ask that we were asked to try and find a means to root this out now before it gets worse. And Lord Everest says, we are also, unfortunately... Drake, are you raising your hand?
Oh no, just leaning against the wall.
Just wanted to double check.
Wall is literally just right here. Just
Yeah.
You
Mime.
look like a mime.
Drake is suddenly locked in an invisible box.
I'm trapped in
no.
a glass case of emotion.
But yeah, so he says the worst possible outcome for this situation has also come to pass. The current infestation, the problems that are becoming the source of this tension in the spindle are linked directly to the ancient mines beneath our own home. And he kind of looks at you, Utopia, and he says, we ask that the lady who would have been our daughter would still wish to consider her part of our family and do the one thing that we have been unable to do for ourselves: defend us from our enemies.
Intriguing. And I will just kind of lean over and kind of look at Utopia. Daughter, what do you say of this?
I missed out on the chance to defend my house, to defend the people who raised me. If there was a way for me to go back and change that, I would, but I can't. I don't want to let it happen to anybody else. If this is what you need from me, so that you understand, I mean you no ill will, I don't intend to abandon your family or my responsibility, then yes, I will help. I have to.
if I may, it seems rather convenient.
Speak your mind, number one.
Everest looks at you and says, I definitely do not find this convenient in any way, shape, or form. I don't understand your meaning.
What would occur if, during such driving back these forces, Utopia were to pass?
We would hope that would not be an opportunity, but I don't understand the question. Oh, are you saying what would happen to the Astor estate?
Yes.
Correct.
We believe that is exactly what he is referring to.
Do you still have I know that the estate itself was in Ayla, and
Yes.
most of the records and logs were there.
Mm-hmm.
I had heard that there were survivors of the estate. Hydrate.
There were. Oh.
Did the king? Did your father's seneschal?
Yes, he survived. He is safe. He is in Trask.
Be safe and secure.
If the Astor estate, if the Lady Astor were to fall, the Seneschal would take up the duties of running the estate itself, and there would be a search put out through the Astor family tree to find the next living relative to the Astors, although may not be a very strong blood tie, would still be a genealogical tie back to the family. And they would be brought in to become the new Lord or Lady Astor.
And if no such person exists, hypothetically speaking, of course.
If no such person exists, then the Astor estate would fall.
And just in the mental link, it's like, and give them an opportunity.
In the mental link, indeed.
This isn't just us cleaning up their mess. They're looking for an opportunity to ensure that it's all there for the taking.
And in the mental link directly to Utopia, tread carefully, daughter. We think they might be trying to kill you.
Oh, he's broadcasting it to everyone who can. It's like, this is all too convenient. Just so happened to needing people who are above caliber to what they just so happen to have, and that we just so happen, according to them, to be strong enough to do so. It's too perfect of a setup. They're preying on your empathy. This is a trap. And you're falling for it hook, line, and sinker. Fall back.
What else is there to do?
Stall. Tell them that we're not at that as much as we would. We are not exactly able to at this exact moment.
We do have a task in front of us at this moment.
Tell them that we
must get to.
have, quite literally, more important matters at hand, and that with everywhere coming under these kind of effects, simply dropping everything to help them would render our task undoable. Then watch their reactions. Ow! Fuck!
Are you okay?
Fine, it's fine.
It does not sound fine.
It's like something's knocking on a pane of glass.
A painful pane of glass, or painful knocking at that.
More like ringing.
I am going to look over at Drake. And I am going to... I'm going to cast Detect Magic. Just have my eyes just kind of glint a little bit and look directly at Drake and see if there are any magical effects around him that are, unusual, that shouldn't be there.
Other than your magic items, there isn't any, right?
Correct.
Yep. Nope.
Then I'm gonna turn to what's his face? Lord
Everest.
Everest. I was gonna call him Lord Winterfresh for some reason, but Everest works.
Lord Winterfresh.
Lord Peppermint.
Lord Spearmint.
He's probably about that size.
Yeah.
Wintergreen.
Fresh.
Minty Fresh.
All right, so
Lord Orbit.
Yeah, Val, what
last
do you
one.
have to say? Because I was gonna say something, but what do you have to say?
I think, or we think, it is the tasks that we have at hand are more important to the overall state of this reality than just one mine. We understand that you have a deep relationship with these people. However, we do get the feeling that they are trying to, if you are not going to be a part of their family, they're going to remove you from the equation altogether. I agree with Drake in this. They're trying to open up an opportunity to grab at your estate. Do not let them.
to them, they don't really care about the people. It's all about the power. The power and the money that flows with it. Without it, they're no one. And they know that. And they don't want that.
Dear
They'll try
daughter, it is your choice. But when we will back you, we, then I gesture to myself, will back you in this however we need to. But keep our warning in mind. It is highly dubious at best. We do not trust their intentions.
Utopia is going to look to Lord Everest and gesture to Aeom and ask him, have you ever been to Kyrell?
And he says, yes, many times.
Have you been to it recently?
No, with all the problems happening with Kyrell, it's been more of a Navy matter than it has been a commercial matter. But we have been dispatching relief aid to the Navy to take to Kyrell.
Yes. We were recently given means to help in our own way. It's a personal matter for us as well. And again, gesturing to Aeom.
I'm assuming the journey takes longer now.
Yes.
Longer, yes, but the actual hazard is when you actually get to Kyrell. The winds and weather have been very much greatly rendering actual delivery of goods to the surface as an incredible hazard.
Imagine how the people feel.
That's why we're still taking the risk to make sure that these supplies are getting there.
It is also why we are heading there ourselves and heavily invested in that through
Val,
my
don't
dear
give
friend
away
Aeom.
too much. Don't give away too much.
Oh,
Don't
we're
let
not.
them know of that.
So when Lord Everest looks at you and he says, I have not asked this lightly, and I consider you all to be one of the last vestiges of real hope we have for stopping us from going the same route as Ayla.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Ooh.
Seconded.
Damn!
Seconded.
Seconded.
That was the
Utopia's
most.
just
Oh yeah,
all
no,
your
no,
hands.
no. I've
like
been
I've
waiting
ever
for something
seen.
for a statement like that to get dropped, so I
17.
could.
Utopia's this close to
Where
picking
is
up
my
Aeom by the
insight?
scruff and being like, look at this poor little meow meow. Look at them.
Meow,
You want
meow.
their entire
You-
planet to
you
fucking
see the
die.
amount of depression.
17.
You see this shit. You
15.
see this
15.
baby.
Look at this.
The flu pies.
They are, for Drake, they are sincere in the fact that that statement was absolutely sincere. They do consider this the last real chance they have to try and get this contained without, well, no, with the resources that they seem to have available. They do think that you guys are the last hope they have to try and get this contained. Val,
Mm-hmm.
this is a very dire situation. They have confidence that this situation, they have more confidence in this situation than it would rightfully be to have. You don't know if that's because they have confidence in Utopia. I mean, the word of y'all's exploits in Ayla has been spread. You know, you with the Navy and everything like that, and so you guys are more known now, especially with everything that's been going on. And you're one of the few people who escaped the city, and you escaped the city with a lot of freaking people. So that all has been part of it. So you do have a reputation, and as he said, all the real veterans that they had in the city have been dispatched to Ayla to help try and take the city back. So they have basically their city watch, who is doing their best to keep order in a massively overpacked city, and they have what few younger warriors and adventurers that were still in the city, like these 2 knights. So, I mean, it makes what he's saying makes logical sense, and he, seems confident. But like you're trying to gauge where the confidence comes from is the hard part. If he's actually confident in Utopia and you all, or if he's,
With my detect magic still up, do I get anything off of him?
Oh yeah, he's wearing multiple different items. Just about everyone in the room has implements of arcanum or magical tools or magical weapons in the case of the 2 knights.
Okay.
And he says, "Let me assure you, if you wish to have anything created, if you wish to have anything to legally assure you that this is not some tawdry ploy for us to attempt to take the Astor's fortune by sending you to your death for something as frivolous as financial gain, we can draw up whatever paperwork you like and you can do whatever you want with your estates. That is why I brought my scribes here. And it is why we have witnesses who are not members of our family here."
Okay, what do they think of that?
What do you think of that? Oh, you're talking to the
like in the chat, like
Gotcha.
what?
Ray?
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Oh, sorry.
Ouch. Charlie.
All right.
Oh,
What?
they're rolling.
What?
They're rolling.
So what are you doing with it exactly?
Oh my god!
What?
So Drake will start to answer, and then just like there's such a slight twinge, and then the link drops.
Number 1, are you all right?
He just quickly kind of just looks around the room real quick and just
Yeah,
tries
like
to
straight
get
up
it
prairie
back
dogs.
up.
Just what?
He gets it back up. Utopia, Camille, Val. You just hear his voice again. It's like, that was weird.
Are you well?
Don't know.
Did
That
you
was
just try to
very
die again?
strange.
It's like the glass broke. Except Callie's not in the link right now.
Callie's not in the link.
No,
Yeah, she didn't get invited back in, Britt.
the Lord hears a slightly different voice and is just it's a little bit out of the blue. No need to panic. There's no need to cause alarm here. We wouldn't want to upset ones and irritate those who are already on edge.
Making a roll for him real quick. Okay, if it'll let me roll dice.
No.
No.
No, it's not gonna.
You are not
It said-
allowed!
It said, "Screw you, Mr. Dude. You're not rolling shit." It really
Your
did.
dice have been
I'm just gonna roll
redacted.
real dice because my dice roller is not working. All right. Ooh. Everyone can see it because it's very obvious. He gets a look comes over his face. It's shock, but he composes himself almost immediately. I assume you can hear what I am thinking back to you, and he's saying this in his mind.
I can. I've been watching this little group for quite some time. It's quite entertaining, the little goal they're on. Running around, fixing problems.
Are we hearing? Are the rest of us in the link hearing this?
No. Only they are.
Oh, sus.
So he says,
like,
I unfortunately don't have a lot of time for an in-depth discussion.
Neither do I, which is why I'm going to skip straight to the chase.
Okay.
This group is on a very interesting mission. It's a little bit of their own, but a little bit of them have been called for a higher purpose.
You have heard?
No, you haven't. And that is not without reason. I'm interested to see what they'll do, how far they'll go to accomplish this, and I just want to ensure that no one is going to set them up for failure. They've entered every city and had something pop up. It's interesting to see how they handle each situation, slaughter every threat that they come across. Already had part of the goddess choose 2 of them.
I don't understand what you're asking of me.
More giving a little word of advice. They slaughter any threat, and few of them are already on edge. Few of them already expected they were being led into a trap.
I apologize. Yes.
Believe me when I say that's not, although I would find it quite entertaining, I don't think you would, as it wouldn't just be you they stopped with. They would ensure the threat was dealt with, as they have with every demon, every shape changer, every monster they've encountered.
All of you see that their face gets a little red, and then in his head you hear him say back, "Thank you for confirming that they are definitely who I want."
Just know that if anything, how do I put it, suspicious does occur, I'll know about it. They don't even know I exist, yet I've been able to watch them for a very long time. It would not take much to point the blame and have them buy it. After all, one of them's carrying a bomb on them right now. All they'd have to do is take out that little book, and they could blow up the entire room.
Utopia, make me a perception check.
Hey, yo, what the fuck, bro? Hold on.
Das Fuck?
What the fuck?
Nani?
Daddy? Whoa.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
Utopia, he's been standing the entire time he's been talking to you. You see him, and his right hand, which is on the same side you're sitting, he has like a signet ring, and he's tapping it on the table. And then you quickly realize that he's tapping a rhythm.
Is it Morse code?
There's no such thing as Morse code in this world.
Okay, but is it like the equivalent? Like, is it like...
There's no such thing as... If you were part of the Navy, you might know what Morse code is.
Is there kind...
It's a rhythm. It's a repeated
like a musical
rhythm.
Or is it like...
I mean...
Intentional?
It's obviously... It sounds like it's intentional. He's repeating it over and over again. And he kind of looks at you over Utopia, and he says, I can not even begin to possibly be able to assure you in any way, shape, or form other than to provide you the resources that I have for you to be able to protect your estate and your holdings as you see fit. You are going to go into risk,
Yes.
but you have thrown yourself into risk multiple times. All I'm asking you for now is to do the same that you've done for strangers. And he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder for those who would have been family.
Yes. I understand.
We will provide you whatever assurances you need, whatever documentation you require. Just let us know. But this is not something that can be delayed.
How dire is the situation?
That's the issue. We have not been able to get anyone to the source to understand what is coming out. As long as they have access to the caverns, they can move throughout the spire.
And there's no way to lock them down?
We've tried collapsing the entrance, but they've still been showing up.
So they found ways to circumvent.
Or they
That's not good.
or they can dig, or we don't know.
Or there's more than one point of entry.
But we do understand that there is one area that they're holding.
And it's the mines.
It's
Why the
in the mines.
Maybe there's something there they want, or maybe something there they're feeding off of? Relic, maybe?
If it is, if it's something they're feeding off of, it's something that can feed a multitude of different types of creatures. I will tell you that.
Could be a little of both.
Yes.
But in the meantime, if you would sit with the scribes, have any documentation you want drawn up, we will abscond and resist and absolutely decline any attempts by our business partners, businesses, or any of my family from trying to lay any claim to the Astor estate. And you can draw up whatever papers you want to protect the Astor estate and have it seen passed to whoever you wish it passed to. If you do not want your next of kin found. You are the Lady Astor. It is your decision. I am just asking for... And he gets a very pained look on his face. I do not want to see my family become the cause of the downfall of Spindle.
Insight check on that statement, please.
Oh my god. He's saying all the right things. He's saying all the right things.
That's a 22.
God damn, Val.
Yeah. Val's insight is off the board tonight. He is 100% sincere in the statement he just made. He has absolutely no way, shape, or form wants to see his family be the Astors of Spindle.
Literally was about to say, like, I want my family to end up like yours. Like,
there was a reason he had a pained look on his face.
Yeah, you guys got fucked up. Like, this is low-key your fault. Like,
no way I'm gonna end up like that.
yeah, like.
So let's do this. We're getting really late, and we need. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
But just hearing that, just like, good. Don't stray from that tune, or you'll hear from me again. Just the link will just seem to trail off and disappear.
All right. So what we're going to do is, let's do this. We will get back into this feast in a moment, but let's go ahead and, number one, start the giveaway for the raffle tickets. We're going to go ahead and... Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I was like, where'd my Chrome go? So we're going to start the raffle ticket giveaways. All you have to do is follow the instructions on screen, starting now. And put the keyword in the screen. If you're a follower, you will get 1 raffle ticket. If you're a subscriber, you'll get 2. And these raffle tickets are for the chance to win the mini of the month, which this month is this bad boy. This is Astorath, the Archdevil of Wrath from Archvillain Games. This is a 3D printable mini. The only way you can get it is if you can 3D print it. Archvillain Games only releases the files. They don't sell the minis themselves. This is a 4K mini. It will be printed out that quality. And this is a very large mini. It's on about a 6-inch base. He's roughly 9 to 10 inches tall, depending.
The
That axe.
beefcake.
He's a beefcake, and he is an amazing figure. He will be a great addition to any table, any TTRPG game in person. And just for anyone who wants to collect or paint him, he would be an amazing, amazing mini to do that with. And we're going to give him away tomorrow night. This is the last night to get tickets. So if you can, be sure you go ahead and get in that drawing. And in the meantime, we're also going to take a break because we are very late for that. I am going to... Oops, I hit the books button. Oh, by the way, if you follow us, you're also eligible to win these books. The Player's Guide, The Monster Manual, the DMG, and the GM Screen, which will be given away when we hit 1,000 followers here on Twitch. And right now we're at 966, which means we are getting so close to getting this follower goal, and then we can move on to our next goal, which is going to be huge, guys. Trust me, you're going to want to get us to 1K so we can go on to the next one. But in the meantime, we're going to take a 15-minute break. We will be back and we will continue with this, and we may have surprises. We'll see you then.
Ooh, surprise.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I wonder what's causing it.
Well, we'll just imagine we're in a cave. It's fine.
I mean, we are.
We are in a cave.
Are you guys in a cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's
Technically.
more immersive.
It feels like
No,
home.
immersive would be a submarine, and that's anything but homey.
So that's
Okay.
submersive.
Okay, I got rid of it.
Well, that's for you. I really like white noise.
I really like
Fuck
white noise.
that. Fuck
fair.
that.
I can do white
Like,
noise. Let's go.
If I
Yeah.
spend
I have
half a
no
year in a
claustrophobia.
submarine, I'd come out with a back looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Oh, there it is.
Then
That
just
place
how
is
you
burnt
grow
down.
a
We have to
head.
talk about a different one. Where's the other hunchback from?
The other hunchback.
I don't think there
Igor?
is another hunchback.
Yeah, he's from Transylvania.
Ah.
Wait, no, that's not
No.
it.
Transylvania
where's
5000.
Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, where
and
was that?
Igor,
For those
Igor.
of you who are observant,
Bruja.
there's someone else on the screen.
No,
We
there
have-
isn't.
Yes.
We have
They're
a
always
guest.
You
here.
see nothing.
Would you care to introduce yourself, mystery person?
Hello, I am That One Blonde Nerd on TikTok and Instagram, and ADH Adventures on Twitch. I'm the owner and creative director there. So, yeah, you can find us doing stuff too sometimes, and trading off with Ray and doing stuff
Because we like to do the crazy, and driving ourselves crazy is part of that crazy. So
Exactly.
we are here for
Sure
the
is.
crazies.
you have to be crazy to do this job, right, Ray?
It's a. Do you get paid anything? Because you said job, and I don't get paid anything. So
Yeah, I don't get paid
I
anything
was,
to
I've
do
actually spent a lot of money to do this job,
this.
and I would like to have that amended now. Cassie just told me I get paid. You guys pay me.
I didn't
No,
say
it's
nothing.
what you love,
Wait,
Ray,
we're
and
getting
you'll never work
paid?
a day in your life.
Where's
We
the money?
pay,
I
we
guess I'm a
pay you
hobby.
in the irritation we caused you. You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. And the lack of kneecaps you will soon have.
The lack of kneecap.
So if you don't get paid, but you're doing it full time, what is that?
Fun.
Illegal.
Illegal.
I don't pay my
Volunteer?
But if
I
you
mean,
do it,
firefighters get away with it.
if you do it by
That's not
choice,
fair.
if you do it by choice, I guess there's really nothing you can call it other than I'm stupid.
It's called masochist. There's a word
It's
for
called
it.
masochist.
Jeez.
It's so much fun. It's addictive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't
it's
you don't you mean that there is a diagnosis for that?
No.
There's medication.
There's medication you
Wait,
can
there's
take.
medication. Shit.
Yeah, it's
Call
called
your
dice.
doctor to see if crazy
Nobody
is right for
treat
you.
me. I don't want it.
So
It's dice.
doesn't pay well, but it
Don't
sure is
stick 'em in
fun.
your mouth.
Cassie is coming on to actually do something other than join in the chaos and be part of the problem. But Cassie is actually going to be guest starring, and she's going to be playing a part in what's coming up in a moment. But we wanted to get her onto the stream and get everything set up on break, which, of course, I didn't technically manage to do perfectly because for some reason all my little borders don't show up in Streamlabs when I'm doing the split screen thing. So it's lovely. So I literally had to try and manually place all those cameras, and it was fun.
I'm here to confuse everyone because now we have Christy and Cassie, and
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
just going to be confused.
It's gonna be
We
fun.
have, and we also have
It's fine,
Cassie
it's fine.
playing Callie,
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
and
Yeah.
and Lissa
Another day, so.
and Lissa playing Lex.
We got a lot happening.
Yeah.
So, when
Air playing Elm.
Blonde already knows when they're coming in, so I will be introducing them in just a bit. However, let's get back into the scene that we were just in so we can move to the next portion. First off, after he said that to you, Utopia, you've already technically agreed to do this several times.
Yes.
He says, if you are willing, we need to take the time to draw this paperwork now because we need to get an understanding from you all if this is something that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
We can show you where the entrance to this area is, and you can let us know if this is something you want to try and undertake or not. Are you willing to at least look?
Yes.
I'm assuming this is the rest of your party because they've spoken freely in front of you.
Yes, they are.
This is, and then I am very sorry that we did not have places set out for you. I apologize for that. I did not understand that. And he kind of looks at V. I did not understand that you all were going. I meant no disrespect.
Insight check, motherfucker.
Oh my god! He can't say
Agreed.
shit.
Agreed.
Rolls that
Agreed.
was a
Throw it
high
out there.
grade.
So go ahead and
What?
roll it.
Another one?
I didn't even
Another
see
one
that.
from Kel.
I didn't even
Ah,
see
that
it.
one was not as great.
I'm sorry, these are your
12 for me,
22.
a 22 for Drake, though. Let's go.
He
Yeah.
is Drake. He is very upset at V.
Hey,
Upset
he
Sounds
has
fine.
never done
Upset-
anything wrong.
upset
Becca.
upset
He's
that
very-
others showed up, or upset that
It's probably linked to that.
So we were not supposed to show up, or we were not supposed to show up now?
No,
He
he
didn't
said earlier that
disturbance.
no, he didn't expect you to come at all. He said earlier that he thought Utopia was going to come completely alone.
Oof.
Yeah,
which also it's like
she
Is
pulled up with an
everything
entire squad.
all
like-
right.
Yep,
I
yep.
was like, oh yes.
Squad roll out. Let's go.
I'm
Roll
sure.
up.
I'm sure it was just a miscommunication. I want to sincerely apologize. I meant no.
I understand. This has all been very short notice.
And unfortunately, that is going to continue. He says, Trist, do you have something that could be adapted? And you see that the one of the gentlemen who's in very formal robes, and he has like ink stains all over his fingers. He literally reaches down beside a seat and he pulls up what looks to be a wooden, like, portable desk. He opens it up and he says, he pulls out 3 different pieces of paper and he says, I could amend this. It's more or less a last will. It would definitely do for legal representation. Lady Aster, if you wish this estate to go over to any charity, if you wish it to be left in the hands of the executor of your estate, which would be your father's seneschal, or we could list it to be left to your next nearest of kin, and then saying if that is not found, the seneschal would take the possession of said estate.
Might I read over that? I'm as her current guardian. I just want to make sure that there's no.
Well, I mean, if Lady Aster will allow you to read it, absolutely. But you are not her current guardian. She is an adult.
I would
Fair
like
enough.
I would like for him to read it.
Absolutely. And he
Thank you,
brings.
Doctor.
He stands up and he brings it over to you. And that's it to you. It is currently what looks to be a fairly blank last will and testament. There is no real specific wording in it that references that, but it does have space at the bottom for more things to be added on. It's already got a stamp for the house on it, which means that this was pre-stamped. It just doesn't have anyone's signatures on it.
Okay.
But this
And
could
everything
be
looks.
this could be taken and used by a professional forger, and he could fuck someone's life up with it.
Interesting.
And he says, if I may, I'm going to go ahead and then put the amendments in as Lady Aster wishes. What would you like me to put?
I believe the first person who should be in charge of it should be my father's seneschal. He has been handling things for years. He is alive and well. He's in Trask, and he was able to secure some documentation from the estate that's still in his possession.
Very well. He's
Yeah.
he's already he's pulled out a portable ink well and a quill, and he's already describing. Actually, it's an odd thing. It's a mechanical device that he puts into the inkwell, and you can see he moves a lever on it, and then he locks the lever in place, and he begins writing with it as if it was a quill. And
Interesting.
calligraphy. Yeah. But he says, I will amend that with this here, with this in. Do you want to make any provisions for any unknown surviving kin, or would you like that to be left to the seneschal's charge? Legally, no matter what, the seneschal will be the possessor of the estate, with
Yes.
this document as it sits.
Okay. She's gonna look to Val. I feel like if something were to happen, you are somebody that I could trust to work with him, and I feel like you would know what to do, that you would do the right thing.
I would certainly try to. Or we would certainly try to, I should say.
Yeah.
We should say.
Do you want this amended to have this gentleman as an executor of the estate, perhaps?
Yes.
Like, may I have your full name?
Valestein O'Call is our name.
He begins writing it out. He says, very well. You will be required to sign this document, of course, in front of witnesses. But as per Lady Astor's request, you are now the executor of the estate, which means that it will be your charge to execute this will and testament as per her wishes on the point of her death. If you are not alive, then it will fall to a legal representative who would be appointed by the estate itself in order to do the same. But it does not change the fact that the seneschal will still be the possessor of house, companies, all provisions
All
of
holdings.
house, all holdings of House Astor.
That is fair.
Very well. I am going to go and sand this and dry the ink, and I will have it back for signatures in a moment. He gets up and he kind of bows to the Lord, and he walks out. And Lord Everest looks at you all, and he says, I will not make any claims that this is the best light we could have, House Everest could have been seen in, but I need you to understand that after this is done, House Everest is going to be in all of your debt. And I understand that you have been traveling with Lady Astor, but Lady Astor is very new to the life of someone who is as influential as her family is. I am not. And I know what it means to be indebted in this way. If you provide what I think you can, you will have more than our eternal gratitude.
Is everyone still seated at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Val's going to stand.
Okay.
And we're going to walk over to where Lord Winterfresh. Sorry, I forget his name. Everest.
Winterfresh.
Lord Everest.
Lord Winterfresh.
Lord Everest is sitting, and he's going to extend his hand, and is going to say, "We are going to hold you to that."
And he says, I understand, which is also why we wanted witnesses present who are not members of the household. He says, I also want to apologize for bringing this on you. But we have very little choice in it. We would not have... Clearly, we'd have not wanted to put you in this position, Lady Astor. We would have much rather been able to strong-arm you into actually marrying your daughter and keeping this.
We appreciate your honesty.
Yes, I understand. And I would just like to say that V is lovely, that this is nothing against her, that I'm glad that she's well, and I'm glad that I've gotten to see her again. But I don't think either of us want to be just handed to each other that way.
And he says, and Lord Everest says, the times are changing. And I think that all this chaos just has put things in a greater relief.
Yes.
Indeed.
And then
Val
then,
still has his hand extended.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, he took your hand.
Okay.
He took your hand.
Okay,
Now Val
And-
just squeeze it.
As Val, no, Val doesn't squeeze. Val's eyes just go black for a moment.
Oh
though.
Jesus.
We appreciate
Intimidation.
your
We
honesty.
appreciate it.
And then they go.
Thank you
They
for
flash
your work.
back to his normal eyes.
Okay,
Normal
so
eyes.
he rolled much better to keep his composure than last time. He does get a look in his eyes for a moment, like he is acknowledging he is in danger. But he does not.
I'm in danger.
He does not like try and jerk his hand out of your hand or anything like that. He maintains the grip on the hand.
Very good.
Just then,
I don't say very good, but this is me saying very good.
yeah, gotcha. Just then, the gentleman comes back in with the document and he says, "Mr. Okal, Lady Aster, if you could sign here. I've already taken the liberty of dating it, and the seal has already been affixed. Once you two have signed and the witnesses have signed, then it just remains for Lord Everest to sign, and this will be a legal binding contract for all."
I'm gonna get to the document before Utopia does, and I'm
Okay.
gonna read over it again with the new amendments to make sure that everything is on the level.
He hasn't put any type of language in it that does not expressly commit what you all said. There's
Mhm.
nothing really. There's no ambiguity in the wording. It is pretty much a better legal description of what you described.
Lovely. And I will gesture to Utopia. Daughter.
Thank you for following, Angel of War.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yo!
Thank you for not declaring war on us.
Yeah.
Oh, the Figment Collective is here. Hi.
Oh my God.
Figment Collective, what's happening?
So you guys are. They sign you guys sign it. The two knights sign it.
Oh boy, wait, because I talked about this earlier. So
What?
for anybody who didn't hear about this already, Utopia's a dumbass. Her signature sucks. Her signature sucks. I'm so glad I brought this up earlier. Her signature sucks. She writes in cursive like a third grader. So like while everybody else like, doing the whole like signature scrawl thing, she is there for like a hot minute. Like, okay, you, and then cross the T first, and then a little loop, and it looks very childish. She's putting a lot of focus into making sure that it's like spells her name out right. And she does put Aster first, and then hyphenates it and adds Okal after.
Val sees that and tries very hard not to get choked up.
So
It
after you
fails.
sign it, after everyone signs it, the scribe takes it over to Lord Everest, and he basically doesn't even read the document. He just signs it. And Lord Everest says, "I will leave it to," and he points to the gentleman that I said earlier was the head of his house guard. He says, "I will leave it up to my man to see you to the location."
Very well.
I would have liked to have made this, as I said, a social engagement and be able to treat you to dinner, but time has become of the essence, I think.
Let's just have that dinner be one of the things you owe us all.
Sure.
Very well.
Wait, we're not getting food.
Perhaps on the
Callie's
way.
like, I was promised food.
Well,
It's like-
I guess
I
I'm
thought we
gonna
came to dinner. Does
they
dinner
serve-
not mean food?
Did they serve us horse divorce or no?
Horse
Horse
divorce.
divorce.
Horse
That's what I like to serve.
I love
like-
that. I love that.
They
We
serve
have
us
to
any
have
horse
our
divorce?
horse divorce.
Hoarder. Oh my
French in
No.
me is dying.
What
right
a
now.
horse
You
divorce.
can't make me.
Mm. Mm.
Hey, it was just
You'll get
leaving.
some horse divorce.
Horse
Okay.
divorce.
Like,
Horse
what is
like-
like,
I
we
don't-
were talking for a while. Like, what?
I was gonna say, yeah, everyone's like going Swedish chef now.
That was like
When Kelly asks about food, Lex just plucks the little puffball from the table and holds it over to him.
oh my
Aeon
because
takes it out of her hand.
god. Mine now.
Like just like it's like.
So you guys
Let's-
get led
I
down.
quit. Stop. I'm not gonna stop this.
You guys get led further into the estate until you hit a point where you go through what looks.
Wait, before we leave
Oh,
like
sure.
the table really quick, Utopia's gonna like give V a little hug.
Oh,
It's like, yay. Like
V said, V, when you give V a hug, she kind of leans in and whispers in your ear. She says, "Was complete."
it's okay.
I
I
thought
feel
he
like
was. I thought he was rushing everything because he wanted to embarrass you.
it's okay. I feel like the world ending threw a lot of things off.
I think my father is going to.
I'm gonna give her a little squeeze and be like, if he tries that, remember, I have all my family heirlooms with me.
We can take you out of here.
She gives you like a huge hug. And she says,
Blink twice if you want us to.
No, blink twice if you want us to kidnap you. That can be the
We will do it. We will do it. Bet.
"We've kidnapped people before."
I will call my horse right now. Sappho, get her out of here.
Let's go.
So you guys
She's
head...
gay. Get on the horse.
She's gay. Get on the horse. So you guys head down into, like I said, further into the family's estate. Before long, you get to an area that's obviously like this is all storage. These are still worked caverns, but
This
beyond
is where the
it,
winter guard is stored. There, I made the joke, so none of you can make the fucking joke. I made it first.
So,
I made it first.
there is what looks to be the beginnings of less worked tunnels that look like they're like mining tunnels, but there's a huge iron porticus that's been put up down for it. The captain of the guard goes over and he begins cranking the porticus up, and he locks it in place, and then he says, if you'll follow me, because it's not much further, but you're going to have to provide. Oh no, he has a bag with him, and he says, we have these, and they're more ever-burning torches. He says they will burn underwater. Don't put them into any anti-magic field, and don't hit type of distance.
Good to know.
Good to know.
A torch that can't turn off unless we turn it off. That's useful. That's useful.
He goes like, put it in the bag.
And it won't burn everything else?
He literally takes the torch out and puts it in his bare hand. Puts out no heat.
Ooh.
Aeon is holding
Lovely.
her
Beautiful.
hand out.
Give.
He puts the torch in your hand. Not fire
Aeon
resistant.
feeds it to Boo.
God damn it!
Yes.
Wait, really quick. How big is the handbag? Is the torch like 3 times and it just disappears slowly?
Oh
into
my
this
god,
tiny
it's
bag?
like a
It's
cursed
like
bag of
actually-
holding.
Like a
You're
little crossbody.
You're not far off. The torch handle goes in, and then the torch, as Aeon is kind of walking away, you see this torch is just slowly creeping into the bag, and your only indication that
Arrested
it's gone,
slurping.
and the only indication that it's gone is when the light winks out.
It doesn't
Aeon's
like
just
burn with a
padding.
little poof of smoke.
What did
No,
you
because
just
there's
do?
no fire.
Yeah, Val?
What did you just do, Aeon?
They were hungry.
You just
It was
No-
a
no
hot
more-
meal.
no more feeding
That wasn't
the
even
torches to Boo, please. Please?
He's my pet.
And I'm your best friend, and I'm asking you as your best friend.
Okay.
Okay.
What if he gets hungry?
Let's just
Can
keep
he
on
eat
moving.
rocks?
I'm
After
not gonna
all,
feed
we
him
have
rocks. That's cruel.
I'm
Or
sure that if there
something
really are
How does it feel
denizens
about
of the
portobellos?
dark,
It
Ooh,
mainly eats
portobellos.
organic matter, so the wood was fine.
Okay, then we can just feed
And
it
so is
mushrooms.
thermite.
Oh my god.
Look,
Anyway.
if we're going to encounter monsters of who knows what and devils and demons and God knows what down here, I'm sure Boo is going to have plenty to snack on.
my thoughts exactly.
And the guy,
No.
the commander of the watch looked at you. Who?
Don't worry about it. Trust
Best
me.
not to think about
You
it.
don't want to know.
I wish I didn't know, and I was unfortunately graced with said knowledge.
I
So
told her
believe
not
me,
to tell
you
me, and now I'm
don't
telling
want to
you.
know.
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
So
Aom
guys-
is looking at Lex and just like, what the hell are they talking about? Boo is amazing.
Blue is amazing.
But we need the torch.
we need the what?
It's all right. I still have mine. We still have
Let's
ours.
Let's
Yeah,
keep
and
things
Boo will
moving,
vomit
though.
it up
Don't-
at the moment that we need it. That's how he works.
Let's just keep moving.
That's
We're
really
burning
cool.
daylight. We are burning
is-
daylight and burning time that we may not have. Let's keep it moving.
That's fine. Yes.
Daylight doesn't matter underground.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
No, but time does. Come on, Captain. Don't let the first mate keep us all on track.
Isn't that the first mate's
Isn't
job?
that kind of your job?
I don't know much about
my
ships,
orders
but
are
that
followed.
sounds right.
Oh my god.
Is that why they're first?
Rick, I think you're slacking.
Then by
We're
all
all
means,
just falling
give the
behind.
order.
Let's go.
All right. So you guys follow him. He goes down one of the this one bypass corridor, and as he's going down it, you come up to an area and you see that instead of being like a gradual sloping tunnel, it ends in a dead end, and at the end of the dead end there is a rough-hewn spiral staircase that was apparently cut at one point. It's got covered in dust now, and you see there are treads of footprints that have gone down it, and this spiral staircase leads down into the darkness. And he
All
says they apparently prefer darkness.
Fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to summon my
great.
mage hand. I'm going to put the torch in my mage hand. I'm going to send the mage hand out at least like maybe 10 feet in front to kind of lead as we go.
Okay, is everyone keeping their torches out, or are they not?
Yes.
Utopia.
It would just be like half vomit.
We don't even need the torches because I have the daylight spell.
Oh, yes!
I
Well,
don't
light,
think the
light.
daylight spell moves with you.
Oh, shit.
It
No,
doesn't.
it
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't.
You
It's
can't
just
cast it
like
like
light.
on yourself.
Yeah.
The light cantrip, yes.
It's
Okay,
like
then can I
daylight
use that
spell.
for now?
yeah,
and-
daylight is just like a beam of sunlight.
It's a
Okay,
big
then
ass beam of
use
sunlight.
I'll use the light cantrip for now because I also have that. But if we do need it later when we're like in one place, I do have daylight,
Okay.
and I know
just
that
pulled
they're
the top
different.
of the handbag open and just like Boo
Oh my
is
God.
just has
Blech.
the torch out.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
I love that.
Yeah,
Can
I want to
anyone
use
see anything on the map?
It's still loading for me.
squigglies.
I can see things.
Squigglies.
I actually can.
Refresh.
Wow!
Hey yo, we can
my
see
God.
shit.
Oh, there we are.
This is the first
Come on,
time ever.
Refresh.
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 People are saying they can see. I need to see.
I can see. This is awesome.
All right.
I
So-
can
I
see
can't tell you what a
clearly
blessing this
now.
is.
The
This
fox have returned. Wait, wrong.
Hey, look! It's a staircase.
It's a staircase.
It's a staircase.
Ah,
That's the
my mortal
staircase.
enemy. Stairs.
If it matters, Ray, I can see the whole map.
Yeah, I know.
Same.
Well, I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Everyone's rolling shit. What are y'all doing?
There's a
That's
lot.
you.
There's a
It
lot.
says that
I
you're
wanna
rolling a bunch
roll.
of dice.
Oh, whoops.
I want to roll.
I didn't want to do that.
Hello.
Yay.
Oh my God.
Yay!
Huzzah.
What are you
Ah.
deceiving us about?
I rolled deception.
I rolled this.
And you rolled well.
You
I did
did.
roll quite
You
well.
rolled very well.
That was
All right,
impressive.
so
that
you
was
guys
impressive.
come down come down these winding stairs. You come into a large cavern, and it looks natural. There is a central pillar in the middle. There is pretty much it expands out, but this is a very large natural cavern, and there doesn't seem to be much of anything else in here.
Okay.
There is
What-
a single
quick
light
question.
source that's hooked to the pillar. Seems to be a torch or candle of some kind, and it provides illumination.
Can we all just bask in this moment of not instantaneously being assaulted when we enter a cave or dark space?
That's
Hey,
nice.
Isn't that so
Please
Take
do
a
nice?
deep
me
breath,
a
just-
favor.
Wow.
Does that happen often? Usually when I'm
No.
in caves, that doesn't happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
it happens to us all the time.
Yeah.
That's
it's
good.
We
nice.
go
No.
anywhere and we basically get jumped immediately.
Yeah.
Smells
Well,
like
then.
home.
Oh.
Ray,
That's a
quick
good-
question.
Yes.
Is it safe to assume that that Camille and Remy are back in the manor?
Yes,
Did
absolutely.
not come with us.
Absolutely.
We left. We
They
left our
get to have
ladies
dinner.
behind.
They
Yeah,
get
they
to
get to
they
have
get-
dinner.
they'll
They
eat
get to have the horse doors.
they get to have the
They're
horse.
having
The horse divorce.
Horse divorce.
All right. I will then just continue moving down the stairs then with torch in hand.
I looked back in the chat for like some of the details on like the gown, and it has like shoulder pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So can I use like the light and just like to get that to be where the light's coming from?
Dope.
Not letting
Yeah.
you move.
What, the horse divorce?
No, the horse divorce are not going to stop him from moving.
It's painful. Is it?
Yeah.
No, I can't move my
Yeah.
token past Drake.
See, Lex, now imagine
Oh,
them
that's because
being
Drake's physically
giving
in the
you
way.
a bath. Horse divorce are bad,
Well,
but they
keep telling me
force
that
you
there's
to
a
have
wall.
baths.
Collides
I'm
with a
colliding
wall.
Telling you what?
Well,
Here,
I'm
I'll
colliding
move you
with
then.
the wall.
I'll move you in a second.
Cool.
DM, come pick us up.
Well,
We're scared.
don't worry for Drake being in
We're
the
stuck.
way,
I want uppies.
because
Puppies!
Uppies for the boys.
oh, Callie's in the way.
Val Uppies is like my new
Val,
my head canon for this.
About how tall is the ceiling?
It varies
60
in height, but yeah, it's 60,000 feet in the air. No, it varies in height from like about 6 or 7 feet
What?
up to like 12 feet up.
Okay.
Like I said, this
So in
does
that
look
case,
like
they
a
look-
recurring cabin.
Just looking up, just seeing that, just like, well, time to do my usual and stay out of people's way. Just literally just take those things out of the boots on the hands and just literally just latch on and start going up the wall, upside down.
Why can't you be normal, Drake? Normal
Because
people walk
normal
on the
people-
ground.
This is normal.
Yeah,
for
and
Drake.
normal
Are
people
any
get
of us
killed all the
normal, Aaron?
time.
Oh my god.
Do they? I wasn't aware.
I wasn't aware because you've never been normal.
I don't know what normal
Are any
is.
of us normal? I don't
I
No.
think
feel
I
like
saw
we
it
are.
once and I waved as it left.
No, not a single one of
Like-
us is normal.
Sitting on
It's
the
like
washing machine.
besides if there's one place no bad guy ever seems to look. Actually, almost anyone ever looks. It's up.
Under the bed.
Under the bed.
Under the bed. There's no
Also-
bed.
Feels pain.
There's no bed here, so
The
it's
demons live under there, that's why.
You do have to make sure that your arms and legs don't hang over the edge of the bed and make sure everything is covered, including your ears, otherwise the monsters will get you.
I mean, I know some people hang their ass off the bed, but that's for different reasons.
Hot.
Well,
Can I get context, Drake? I'm just staring up at Drake.
No. Keep moving.
Why
We got a
not?
job to do. And personally, if we are going to be in debt by a very powerful family, I would like to be able to cash out on that at some point.
I'm so excited. What are we doing?
We're trying to
we're
find
moving
Why are we
forward.
here?
where.
You haven't learned.
Well,
Kelly is
well, let's-
definitely stupid of the group.
Yeah, let's move forward and find out exactly
I've
why we're
been
here.
dying to pull a Pippin.
Oh my god.
Where are we going?
Just. Oh, I thought you were gonna like drop a giant helmet down a well and we get assaulted.
If there's
by
a
cave
well,
trolls.
I am doing this.
Oh God, please no.
Oh, right, you're muted or something.
Yeah.
Oh
Nope.
no.
Oh
Uh-oh.
god. No.
Oh,
Double check your audio
Ray.
sources. It might have stopped. Hold on, double check your audio sources.
Oh.
Double check these nuts.
There you go.
Double check your
There we go.
mom.
Yes! Thank you,
It
Snake.
comes and goes. All I heard was my nuts.
I
Amazing
love you, Ray.
content.
No content.
Somebody time mark that. Time mark it, time stamp
Sorry,
it,
Ray,
Alright.
say something.
clip it.
All right.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Kind of, yeah. right.
Yeah.
Oh. We're gonna flag.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yes, keeping
Yeah.
a very careful eye out. We were warned there were things down here.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're moving.
I'm moving myself now.
Oh, I can move!
I could move too.
nope, I ran into a wall.
Damn it.
Okay, I don't have dark vision. Me, I don't have.
Oh boy.
I'm stuck. I've run into a wall.
Oh no.
You're born for cave. You were born in a cave.
Born in a cave. I was like 20 when I moved in. 20 when I
You're
moved
like
into the cave.
100 years old or something. I don't know.
236.
Oh no.
Having a domestic. Sorry.
Okay. Val immediately summons Inari and for Christy. Inari is pretty much a mid-sized white, like snow white fox that just appears out of thin air. And I'll point in the direction of the sound. Go see what that is, but be careful.
I'll go as well. Especially with how quiet I can be.
I'm super sneaky.
It's like, and I think I can get the link back up. Hold on. Just reestablishes it.
Right, is your head doing okay?
Yeah, it's fine now. Not sure what that was. Whatever it is gone. Just sends it out to, let's see, 5 people, only 4. Who's not getting it this time? Oh, this is a first.
What's the first?
Dice has decided the one who is not getting it this time. Val.
Wow!
That's
Aw,
a first.
man.
Our brain cell. No.
We lost it.
Literally.
We lost the brain
Well,
cell.
we're fucked.
Where did it go?
Hold on. I'm gonna try to reestablish and. Can everyone hear each other? Can everyone hear each other? Okay.
Oh shit, you're all in here now.
Rawr.
I seem to have been left out this time.
Oh.
And Val will just, Lex will just reach over and like pat Val on the shoulder.
I can hum out loud.
You know how loud.
It's quite all right. We really should get going and continue to see what that noise is and where it's coming from.
All right. I'll move along the ceiling.
All right, onward. And I'm gonna send. I'm just gonna keep my mind aware for Inari to give me some kind of sign that she's reached her destination.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
To move it.
That's weird.
What's weird?
Can't move any further.
Oh, there's a wall.
Yeah,
There's a
There's
wall.
another wall.
There's a wall.
There's
Well,
invisible
for you.
walls.
There's so
Is
many
everyone
walls.
ready?
Yeah.
Walls.
Yeah, there's another wall.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
I want to do an insight check, Ray. Why are there invisible walls?
On the wall.
Inside check on the wall.
Another
actually,
wall.
like,
Whatever
inside
these
check
things
the DM
are.
is trapping us.
Callie has eyeballs open, like, and she's watching all of the
Wait,
walls
why is
and the
everyone moving
ceiling.
forward? I thought it was just the fox and Drake stealthily moving forward.
Oh,
No,
we're
everybody's
moving.
decided-
We're
Everyone's
moving.
just like
We're
piling
moving.
on.
We all
No, we're
decided.
following-
Yeah, but the fox is
very
going
sneaky.
ahead.
Very sneaky. I'm just following the group, but she's keeping her eyeballs open. She's looking for like any cave creatures that might attack, like flipping ropers.
Yeah, like Lex would definitely wait outside of this next space until it seemed like there was a reason for them to, charge in like a maniac.
Perfect.
Yeah. I still can't move.
Oh.
Beyond the weird wall.
You're not
There you go.
invited.
You're not invited.
Apparently. Apparently.
All right. So as
Nobody
you come around the
wants to play
corner,
with
Drake, you see that there's a set of stairs going up that ends in a double door.
All right. So just moving along the ceiling just towards the double door, you'll just get near the top of it, and he's going to start checking it, looking for any kind of traps.
The door itself looks ancient, worn. There's even some small holes in it. You can see that there's quite a bit of light on the other side of the door, just coming through the cracks in the walls. You can hear a voice that is. Actually, there's two voices. There's one that is much higher and louder, and there's another one that's coming out as a whisper. But you can't make out what they're saying.
Sounds like two enemies can't quite make out what they're saying. Some creepy shit going on.
Is Inari at the door at this point as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm practically there now.
Are you contacting Minari through your mind, or?
Yeah.
Are you trying to see through her eyes, or are you just
not
trying
to see through her eyes yet? Just trying to get an idea of what's
Inari's only thing, because Inari's. Oh, actually, no. She's actually kind of either a celestial or a fae or something like that, right?
She's fae, yeah.
Yeah. So in your head, Inari's like, there's dead things on the side of the door, and something else.
I will turn to Aom, who's right next to me. Sounds like there's something dead on the other side of the door, and something else.
Did somebody say dead?
Yeah, Inari just informed me that there are dead things and something else on the other side of the door.
So
this is exciting.
Oh, why? Why did you do this?
Say again, Air?
This is terrifying.
Possibly.
So something's talking to the dead things like Callie does.
I can't decide whether or not I should be terrified or amused.
More Timmys?
Possibly.
Oh, I hope so.
Drake, are you doing anything to the door itself?
It's like you can see Inari down below, so he's just gonna carefully see if, considering Inari's kind of watching, try to see if he can, from the top, if he can't see any traps, if it looks that old,
yeah,
he'll see if he can't just give Lish ever so lightly push to give a crack that Inari can either get a better look through or kind of squeeze a head through to peek.
Yeah, as you push the door open, when you put your hand on the door and start pushing open, you notice that this door is so old and ancient and has been probably eaten by so many different insects that it feels like that cork wood that just crumbles apart in your hand.
Ooh.
And so as you put, but it stays together as you're pushing it open. So it's basically sliding almost silently open. And Nari kind of looks up at you and then slides into the room like almost belly crawling.
And as I see Inari doing that, I'm going to put my hand on Aeon, and I'm going to close my eyes, open them again, and my eyes are going to be completely black, but I'm going to be now seeing through Inari.
Thank you very much for the raid. Paradox.
What's up?
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to this. You guys are sitting there and standing in front of the door. My God, my brain just stopped working. Standing in front of the door, Drake. You can't see where Inari went. You, Val, get clear impressions in your head of Inari says there are two your size. There is one that is huge and bad, and then there is a child.
There's a kid in here. Also, two beings that are our size, another one that is huge and apparently very bad. There's
I'm
also
gonna
a kid.
relay that all through the mind link. as Val says.
All right, I'm gonna try. If you guys want to start moving up, I'll see if I can. I'll start sneaking in and positioning from above.
So as you start, you go in and you start trying to crawl through the door, Drake. Number one, this is a perfectly square room. There is nothing in this room other than on the southern wall there are 4 crypts. There, ahead of you in the room, there is 2 figures that look like they are in old, ancient, rusted armor. They have, both of them have an old circlet crowns on their heads. There are blades on their belts, and they have shields that look like they've been like through many battles. There is 2 pillars with torches on it. There are 2 torches on either side of the door, and they're all lit. There is a huge throne near the far wall of the room away from you. It is a throne that is made of. It's a metal throne, and it's got like several torches built into the top of it. Sitting in that throne looks to be about a 10-year-old girl. They're in pretty much plain clothes, like not really, well, yeah, just contemporary clothes that any child would probably be put into. They have a glass in their hand, and they look completely pissed. One of the people in the armor is standing beside them and has like a pitcher in their hand. Standing to the thrones, and that person is to the left of the throne, or south of the throne, just north of the throne, standing there kind of just waiting, is a huge humanoid figure. It has elfin-like ears. It stands around 14 feet tall. It has long gangly arms, long legs, and it has kind of an oversized torso. And the front of the torso, there's bare empty ribs. And behind that, inside the ribs, there is a figure who is holding on to the ribs, and they seem to be struggling weakly. But their eyes are sunken in their heads. Their cheeks are hollowed in. Their skin seems to be like barely hanging on their flesh, as it looks like it's become desiccated.
It's like, just as he's seeing, it's like, y'all aren't gonna believe this.
This is so gross. What? Can you not? It smells awful. Can you not tell? How can you not tell?
No, miss, I cannot smell.
It's like clumpy. That's not how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like this. And she takes the cup and just throws it.
Throws it. The glass sails across the room and shatters on the floor. And the creature holding the pitcher kind of just like bows and bows. I shall fetch you some water. And it turns around, and you see it walks out some stairs out the back way. And what are you doing, Drake?
Drake is gonna try to just quietly just move along the right-hand side towards the Actually, considering the left-hand side is a little bit closer room-wide, it's like literally, it's like no one ever looks up, and it's just gonna like round the corner and immediately go up, trying to get up and away from the light, trying to get in the dark corner of the room.
Wait, who are you? What are you doing here?
Actually,
shh.
Yeah, no, you're completely right.
Oh my god.
She
What are you
just
doing
starts
here?
addressing you, Drake.
Just shit. I've been made.
I've been made.
It
I mean, I
literally
guess
just
come
goes
in.
from climbing
What
on
do
the
you
walls
want?
and just literally just
What do you want?
like, just swinging
What?
free. It's like, could I ask you the same question?
Why are you on the ceiling? And what are you doing in my room? I don't recognize you. And she flicks her fingers, and you fall off the ceiling to the ground so that she can look
Shut-
at you straight up.
Oh,
do you
that's
just
not
let him
good.
drop, or do you actually like lower him to the ceiling, or do you just drop
Like
him?
lower him.
Okay.
Not trying to hurt him.
Whoa.
You are
Okay.
picked off the
Okay.
ceiling by an unknown force
It's like
and brought to the ground.
Bad.
y'all might want to get in here. Just don't
Drake,
be aggressive.
Can I run?
Why
Don't
are
be
you-
aggressive.
Why are you not talking to me? Why are you talking to someone else? Are there other people coming?
Val
They're friends
very
of mine.
gently opens the door.
It's like,
What is going on?
Who are you? You aren't I don't recognize you. Why are you here?
Friends of the ceiling, man.
One of
Okay,
the,
but who's the ceiling man? Is
one
that
of the
his
other
name? That's a
creatures
weird
in
name.
armor steps forward in front of the giant weighing creature, and it looks at you and it says, "We have discussed it. They are the one." Careful.
take
They-
a
Why
Hold
would you
on.
want to take me away? These are my friends. They're my friends and my servants. They bring me everything I need. Why would you want to take me away?
Why
Hold on
are
a
you
minute.
down here?
I live here.
This is a mine.
Yeah.
What's it? What?
The creature that's beside you is like, look. Remember, men are here. Match them. Oh. At your back.
What?
Well, you should
entirely
probably keep them from
are
coming farther
they?
in the room because they didn't ask permission.
It's like, we're not here to cause any kind of trouble.
Also,
Okay,
We're
but why
sent
are
down
you
here
here?
to
Mine belong-
investigate some activity down here.
yes, the
Some
owner of
things
the
that are
mine
threats to
sent
those
us
above.
themselves.
So the creature, the one that went down the stairs, comes back up the stairs, and he's carrying a little silver tray, and on the tray there are animal cookies.
Yes.
Oh,
And he
Are
keeps walking
those-
over, and he kneels down in front of the throne, and he holds out the animal cookies.
oh, you got more.
Yes,
Oh, those are my
mistress.
favorite. And they're they're
And
not
I have
even moldy.
sent someone out for fresh milk.
Okay.
I think that's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen.
Thank you. These look much better. I'm sorry I got angry earlier. I just it just smells really bad. I can you smell? You probably can't smell. And she
I
like
have
takes
no
a cookie. That's right. That's right. Well, I guess that makes sense. And she takes a cookie and starts eating and just watches you guys. So someone sent you down to come into the mine to look for a disturbance?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, okay. I mean, you see us, so
Why
you
are
can tell
you
them
here?
I'm here because I live here.
How old are you?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna cast detect magic right now and stare directly at the kid.
What are you doing? Stop that. And like suddenly you just freeze. I didn't tell you you
Don't
could
even get to
cast
complete
magic in
casting.
my home.
He meant nothing of it. He's
Yeah.
scared.
We
We all
just
are.
we have questions. and
At least you know what you're doing down here. She like slowly releases
Sorry about that, folks. Yeah. Oh, look, camera's messed up. Oh no, I know why they messed up.